Come on, man.
Hi, Captain.
See you, what up? Adam, what up? Look, yeah, the mic's hot, baby, take no days off. Them other pods, everything that they say soft. No plays off, no plays off. Yeah, the mic's hot, baby, take no days off. Them other pods, everything that they say soft. Adam, see you, this is Thor, it's no plays off.
What up? Yes. No plays off. BNN Betting News Network. Thorb opposite me. See ya in the middle. I'm Adam. It's good to see you guys. Welcome back to the show. We come at you once, maybe soon, twice, if I harass management enough per week. It's great to be with you. Honestly, guys, there's a lot on the table between, of course, NBA playoffs. Thorb, your Knicks still alive, still demolishing competition. It is schedule release day in the NFL. Who could give a single crap about that? But we'll get into that. And of course, and this is an apology in advance to the podcast listeners, this is really more for the live people. Round one, PGA Championship, near and dear to your respective hearts.
Woo!
How are you, boys?
Martin Keimer is in first place, tied for first right now. Michael from the block is having a good round. This is just craziness, right? Akshay Bhatia, who was going to be a first-round leader for me, and I X'd him out. Smalley, a guy I've been playing, he's tied for the lead. There's a lot going on. I'm losing bets right now, if I'm being honest. There's a lot going on right now.
Who's this? Poltergeist tied for first?
That is correct. Yeah. I'm losing a bunch of money today. So much money today. But I got to stop. I'm realizing that the first round of majors is just a bunch of bullshit. Yeah, it always is. And I use the most money during that round. It's just look at the leaderboard. It's a bunch of bullshit. And I gotta stop betting on the good players round one. It's so bad.
Is this leaderboard leader market? Like, where are you losing your money?
Everywhere, Adam. Everywhere. It's leaking from everywhere, dude.
I'm losing it in the matchups department. Like, obviously, I have first-round leaders, but I don't put a lot of money on those. And frankly, Matt Fitzpatrick, Thorpe, you and I have a lot of money on him outright. If he just made some putts, he might be tied for the first round. He can't make a putt. But yeah, it's the matchup market for me, where especially this is a course we haven't played in a while, and we don't have to get into like the nitty-gritty of golf. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff, but first rounds, you can really take advantage of if you think you have the right read. But if you don't have the right read, it can be kind of a problem. And so far, I'm only 0 for 1 so far, but I'm potentially about to be 0 for 2, and that's not super comfy.
It's not what you're looking for.
No.
Yeah, I lost a 3-ball to a guy who showed up late to his tee time and got a 2-stroke penalty before he hit a ball.
Yeah,
I lost to that guy, Garrick Higo. He's not good at golf either. That's the harder part. Yeah, it's not going well. Which, by the way, Garrick Higo, I mean, Adam, you're not big into golf, but like it's a big talking, like it's all over Twitter right now. See, I'm sure you've been seeing, which like he's acting kind of weird about it. Have you been seeing the stuff?
Well, I heard the interview. I heard the interview from Jason Sobel that he did for Sirius XM PGA Tour Radio. It didn't sound like he was being super weird, but tell me what you mean.
Like he's basically arguing like, oh, I was just a little late. Like, why is it such a big deal? Like, I don't know. I just feel like just be on time to your tee time. I feel like that's crazy.
I mean, it's a major, guys. Show up.
It's a fucking major, and you're like a kid. So it's not like you've been there. Late. Yeah.
Well, I think that's the thing. I mean, this is is it Adam? Was it Noah Gray, the running back that slept through his alarm? It was coming off a 4-touchdown game, slept through his alarm, and ended up getting benched. Is Noah Gray the wrong name?
Oh, you're thinking of
that wasn't LeGarrette, was it?
No, it wasn't LeGarrette Blount.
Jonas Gray.
There you go.
Jonas,
Noah Gray. Jonas, yeah. Yeah.
Isn't Noah Gray a tight end?
No. Oh, Noah Gray. Okay, my bad. Yeah, maybe.
No, that's Noah Fant.
There's a different one.
No, we can play that game.
No, that's the Gray on the Kansas City. Is that Noah Gray?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Somebody
Jonas Gray, who and he was basically out of the league after that.
Yeah,
he's pretty big on social media now. Actually,
is he really?
Yeah.
Let's have him on the show. Oh, by the way, Pat Mayo said he'd come on the show. Guns, I still haven't really heard from. Initially, he was like, "Yeah, I'll come," but maybe he's busy or something. Pat's really busy right now too. Pat Mayo, of course. The thing is, he just had a kid. He's doing like the golf stuff, but I told him I'd reach back out to him maybe in a few weeks when it slows down for him a little bit and he can pop
excuses.
on. Yeah.
Busy guy, that Pat Mayo, you know?
Listen, not Thor. We all got kids. We get it. Just do it. Just get over here.
I mean, he's got like a 3-week-old, maybe less.
Kid naps.
It does not. Yeah.
Get out of here. And yes,
Cam Young, 1 under par.
New camera. Thorb beat me into submission into getting a new camera.
Oh,
You know what it was? Our pal Stifler. I've told this story once already, so I'll be quick. But Stifler was in the chat one day and he was just like, "Is Kaufman's camera like on its last pixel?" And I just, all right, enough's enough. I'll get a new camera. I have to.
Can I ask something? Because I didn't ever notice, Adam, that your camera was that bad. Maybe I just don't have an eye for it, apparently.
Bad eyes.
Am I now the guy with the terrible camera, or am I like?
No, I think you look good.
No, yeah, Adam. I will say it's astronomically better.
Well, I mean, I went from again 720, which was like 1994, to it's a 4K camera. I think I'm in 1080, but it goes up to 4. I get the same camera you got, Thorb. So whatever you got working with, I got the camera you sent me. That's the one.
I thought you were going to use your old laptop or the laptop that was off to the side or whatever.
No, I'm way too lazy to transfer my stuff to the new laptop. I just bought a new camera.
Right on.
Okay,
yeah, it's cheap anyway. It's a good.
It was $100. It was like that was really my threshold. If it had been more than like even 100, there was one day you sent it to me and it was 100. I didn't get it. I noticed because Amazon does this. Like the next day it jumped up to 130. And I was like, all right, I won't get the camera. And then I looked again randomly a few days later, it was 100 again. Okay, I'll get the camera.
Have you all ever been like a Prime member and like gotten stuff delivered and then you cut off your Prime membership because you don't need it, like post football season, pre-basketball season, for example, and then you order stuff and instead of it arriving in like 2 days or less, it literally takes like, I'm not joking, like 2.5 weeks sometimes.
No, why would you?
Why would you?
I guess other than the expense, like why would you cut ties with Prime?
Well, after football season, I didn't think I needed it. I don't watch stuff
order
on Prime.
Packages all the time.
What do you mean?
You're like a store guy?
No. We I guess we had it for an extended period of time, and then it just got to a point where we didn't think we needed it. So yeah, I do go to the store a lot, but we order a lot on Prime. But it just
I mean that's the whole point, to order stuff and have it be at your house 2 hours later, like you went to a store. I don't want to wait 2 weeks for something to arrive.
Well, yeah, but that the point I'm making is they are so like beholden to their Prime members. Like you don't matter if you ordered on Amazon and you're not a Prime member. Like they'll get to it when they get to it. I just think it's funny that it like literally I was waiting for protein bars of all things, and I'm not joking. It took like 2 weeks, and 5 days for them to come. Otherwise, it would have come in within a day or two.
Yeah, or
I just think that's crazy.
Yeah,
or right away.
Or like
if you order something and it's at your house 3 hours later.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, it's lovely. I never even imagined what life would be like without Prime. I never even thought about that.
Well, now you know.
When's the last time you guys walked into a mall?
Oh, I just had to, and it was gross, man.
Was it just cryptic? Was it were there cobwebs covering doors?
Why was I there? Oh, I was to get my mom something for Mother's Day because I didn't know where else to go, and it was just I guess it was the day of course. I'm not planning this stuff, you know what I mean? But yeah, no, I didn't like it one bit. I don't think I ever want to go to a mall again.
Malls in Northern Virginia are packed and they're good. Still, and I live near Tyson's Corner Mall and Tyson's 2, which is like a big time mall in the Northern Virginia area. Packed. Restaurants are packed. Like everything is packed. It's really nice. It's actually a pretty good experience. So there are still malls that exist that get like a ton of business.
I don't think those malls are still near me. I mean, they were like when I was growing up, when we were kids, for sure. I mean, it's funny going back and watching a movie from the 80s or early 90s, and it's just every movie, it feels like, has a mall scene, and it's just tons of people, food courts, or in the middle, there'll be like the carousel going around. Like malls used to be the spot. It was a social gathering. You'd meet up with your friends and go to the arcade at the mall. Hell, you might even pass through the bookstore. Go hit the Papagino's, whatever it is. I mean, mall living was what it was all about. This generation is missing out on mall life, and I feel bad. I feel bad for the kids.
Yeah, it still might be like that. I think you're just old as shit. I'm old now.
No, I don't think malls are crowded. I can't.
Some are
around Sia. Around me, I don't think malls are crowded anymore.
Yeah, there's nice malls though. Like Sia was saying, like his malls, but my mall sucks. But I've been to very nice malls that it seemed to be that they are popping. But
yeah,
malls were cool back in the day. You used to like go there, pretend that you were gonna like maybe hit on some chicks or something, and then you never would, and it was awesome.
Teenage infested still, like especially on a Friday, Saturday night, like teens are like just getting dropped off or just driving there if they're 16 or whatever. Like, cause I when I moved to DC, we got a condo that had to be on the metro because I had to go into DC and I didn't want to drive. And that condo was sitting on top of Tyson's Corner Mall. It was like basically a part of the mall. So we were in and out of the mall all the time. This is as of like a year ago. Now I live like a mile away from it. But long story short, anytime we rolled through there on a Friday or Saturday, like evening time, it was like a high school had just been planted there. So plenty of hanging out there.
Did you guys go bowling in high school?
What'd you say?
Did you guys go bowling in high school?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Bowling was fun.
Kids still bowl. Like my
think so.
My kids and their friends will still go bowling. They'll still, even some of them still have like bowling birthday parties. You know what I think was great about malls? This didn't really hit me till more recently. For a younger generation, for kids that have not really experienced the mall in the way that we did. If you want something, we just said how easy it is. Go to Amazon, go to Prime, order it, boom. Like, you know what you want, it's coming, whatever. My middle son in particular, great kid, love him to death. Money burns a hole in his pocket. He gets a gift card, can't like it's got to be used immediately. He's not a saver, doesn't understand the concept of waiting, see what you actually want. He's just got to like, I got it, got to spend it kind of thing. And I think that mentality, maybe it's just, some people are wired that way and some people aren't. But I think part of that mentality is not growing up, going to malls and being trained to like window shop. You know what I mean? Like I was an expert window shopper as a young kid. I knew that I could just pass by a million things that I wasn't going to get, and that was okay. And maybe on the special occasions, holidays, birthdays, or just off randomly, maybe with your grandparents, whatever it is, boom, I want that, let's get it. Came to fruition for me. But the patience that was instilled in you as a young child, it's not the same anymore. These kids today, they don't have to have it.
I think what the difference is, right? Back in the day, you had to actually, like, when you were at a place, you had to take out your money and like feel the loss of it. You know, now you just click a button and that shit's on the way.
Yeah.
Apple Pay. If
I win a big bet, I'm going on Amazon and buying a bunch of shit I don't need. Then that's for sure. You know what I mean? And it feels like I didn't do anything because I'm just clicking a button. Like, I feel like if you take out like $50 and give it to somebody, you feel like you really lost it. When you buy something for $50 on the internet, it feels like nothing happened.
That's right. That's totally fair. Toys R Us is something missed. That and Spencer's Gift, says Jason Herod. I will say, if we're going to talk about how this generation is missing out on stuff, and Thorb, I don't know how much like the big sprawling Toys R Us's were around when you were a kid, but going to a Toys R Us, and it was just like a grocery store of like whatever toys, but like board games as well.
Games.
Like not having that experience. Cause when I reflect on my childhood, like those moments are the things I remember the most. Like just literally not even buying, just like you said, window shopping, like going to that aisle where all the board games were, because I was super into board games, and just looking at all of the ones that I could potentially choose from. You literally can't do that. You might be able to go to like a super Walmart and see one little aisle of stuff like that, but you just like, it's impossible to do that now, which is crazy.
Yeah. We had it better.
We might have had it better. Can I change the subject?
We might have had it better.
Is bowling think of a sport where you can be a quote professional and like some like random bystander can match you because they just had a really great game. Is there another sport like bowling that's like not a fake sport, but like that, like any sort of person could do and match you in any given moment?
Golf.
I think there's no chance
It's not golf.
I don't think there's any chance a regular person could match a pro bowler. They're disgusting.
It happens all the time.
Pro bowlers are out there religiously flirting with 300s.
Yeah, but I'm not saying the person's
talking about.
I'm not saying the person's consistently doing it. I'm saying that any person that bowls on any given day, I know people who have almost bowled a 300, who have bowled like a 270. Or I bowled a 221. I suck. I don't even put spin on the ball. I pick a little 15-degree angle and I go for the middle. And I got 7 strikes in a row once. People do that all the time. So obviously not with the consistency of a professional bowler, but the idea that I can just get lucky and bowl like a 265 or a 280, which friends of mine have done, and that's like a professional thing. You can't do that in baseball or basketball. You have
friends bowling 280s?
Not consistently, but I have friends that have bowled a 280, or not that
friends that
score,
could barely get over 100.
I mean, listen, I bowled a 221 in high school. I left the last frame open. I suck at bowling. There are plenty of people who have that great moment because they bowl all the time and they get to what a professional score can be. I don't think there's another sport.
But I don't think that's close to a professional score. I've been in the.
I'm not saying the 221 is. I'm saying people that have been better than me.
Stifler says darts.
This guy loves fucking darts, man.
Loves darts. Wants to bet darts, play darts.
A full game of darts, though.
Yeah, you're going to get absolutely body bagged by a professional dart player.
Yeah, I mean, cricket ain't easy, kid.
Yeah, darts is close. I feel like Jason Harrod says he's bowled. Jason Harrod said he bowled.
No, you didn't.
The fact that I bet you he did.
You did.
No, you didn't.
I bet you he did. I'm telling you, there are random people like bystanders, just random citizens who bowl all the time, who either bowled a 300 or have at least come very close, like one open frame. It happens all the time.
Hey, Jason, if you bowl the 300, right, you have documentation of that. You have a video, a picture or something. You find my socials on anything. You send me that because bullshit. There's no, literally bullshit. Get it? It doesn't matter.
Bullshit.
There's no way. There's absolutely no way you bowl a 300. Wii bowling was tough to bowl a 300. I did it.
Yeah, I don't think you appreciate the randomness of bowling, though. I just feel like it happens way more than you think.
Jason says, while I am a league bowler, C is correct. Sometimes anyone can be as good as the pros for a game, which is his whole point.
That's my whole point. You can't hit a home run or throw a pitch like Ohtani or hit a home run like Barry Bonds or cross somebody over like Allen Iverson. Like you can't, or name football metaphor analogy. Like you can't do that in any, I guess, like race car driving. But even that, the technique, you would not be able to simulate just randomly how a professional racer.
Well, don't you remember that whole, Gran Turismo competition?
I don't actually.
That where they, a movie was made about it. The movie's a little bit fantasy, but it's based on a true story, which was that I think it was Nissan had this competition that Gran Turismo, the video game, that they sought out the best players in the world of the video game and tried to train them on simulators and in real cars to become actual drivers. And they had this competition. The couple made it through. And granted, they didn't win the major event.
Kentucky Derby or whatever. Yeah.
They didn't win the Preakness or whatever the fuck. But no, they made it. Like they were drivers for years. So again, they just played a video game.
I could see it.
Now, well, I guess I want to think about your question. I mean, people could be a kicker. Well, I guess that's not like a regular person. They would have had to play soccer or something.
Sure. Not necessarily.
Well, the Cowboys, Audrey, he was a soccer player who was sitting on his couch out of work, and then he, got a training camp agreement or whatever the hell, a tryout, and now he's the highest paid kicker in the game.
Other than that, I can't really think of.
Back in the day, I was challenged by a guy named Michael Raziel. I said that I could make, this is when one of the kickers, this is like 2019's, like missed an extra point or something, back when extra points were, actually, I think it was still when extra points were like 30 or whatever they are now. And I actually had never kicked a field goal before. I went out to a field, I recorded it, and I made my first one. I moved it back to 40, and I made that one too. I know that doesn't sound believable. I had witnesses to the whole thing. Kicking is something you don't have to play soccer for. Maybe from 50 yards, it's different.
I got one for you. I mean, fringe sport, but cornhole.
That's not. I mean, that's not a. We're not going to do that.
We're
not going to do pickleball.
It is kind of pro.
Cornhole league.
That's not a sport. I'm sorry. That's an activity. That's different.
I'm good at cornhole.
I'm good at cornhole too.
Yeah, you wish.
I'll play you anytime. Get your ass to Boston. We'll play some cornhole.
All right.
Nobody wants to go to Boston.
Lots of people. Boston's great. Boston's lovely.
Name 2 good things about it.
Me and
already. It's already
not a good. This is not a good sell.
Already,
we're already struggling. Well, I'd say the sports teams, but you would disagree. How about the passion?
No,
not feeling that.
No,
Strickland says you want a sport that regular morons can compete with pros. Power slap. You just got to be strong and dumb. That's almost anybody in the Midwest.
All right. Have we talked about power slap on here yet? I feel like we have.
No,
I think we did recently.
Well, yeah, we made reference to like one that we observed or something. We haven't really broken down the nuances of the sport.
Yeah,
that's fine.
You think what do we me and Pam power slap showdown live on No Plays Off?
So Thorb, immediate subject change.
Sure.
We're not going to let you slap Pam, Thorb.
All right.
Let you do it.
Move on.
Yep.
The Miami Dolphins secured your running back, Achane. What are your thoughts?
Who cares?
If you weren't a fan, how would you look at that signing? Good, bad, indifferent?
I'd be indifferent about it because the team's so bad anyway. You can sign. You can give anyone you want any money. Money's going to be irrelevant. Like, yes, our cap situation is horrific right now, but what the hell was that? Did I just echo?
What are you doing?
No, that was me. I had my volume on.
Videos on Instagram while Thor's telling you a story? That's just rude.
Oh, that confused the shit out of me.
Did you feel like you got power slapped?
Yeah, I did actually. Not by Pam. But
by Pam.
Yeah, so Achane.
Achane.
Doesn't matter. Because we didn't sign anybody else, and then also all that dead money is going to fall off in like a year or so. It doesn't matter. Like if you think he is like the cornerstone of your offense, sign him. It doesn't matter. Okay.
But it's not like in this day and age. So I'm looking at 4 years, 68 million, 32 million guaranteed, comes out to 17 per year, which sounds like a lot for a running back. But the thing is, the salary cap keeps going up.
It's 300 in 2 years, that'll be nothing.
100%. That's not a lot of money for a running back in my position, especially someone as dynamic as Achane. I feel like anybody, Adam, what's your opinion here? Because I feel like we constantly criticize contracts for their price, especially at the running back position or some position we think is expendable. But the truth is, those people that are criticizing it are like thinking of what the salary cap was like 5 years ago, which, by the way, 5 years ago, relative to this year, it was like $100 million difference. So it's just a new era. Like these contracts are always going to be going up, these amounts. So I feel like 17 million, only 32 guaranteed, is like totally fair.
Yeah, I'll be honest. When I saw the news and I sent it over to Thorb and you guys in the chat to congratulate him, I didn't even really look at the money because it just doesn't matter to me. The Dolphins,
Correct.
From their perspective, they've got the money to spend. Obviously it's not like they're in some sort of a salary cap situation. So they have the dollars, they've cut enough things. And beyond that, you gotta leave your offense with a weapon somewhere. You got to have a weapon somewhere. And if you've got nothing at wide receiver, tight end is underwhelming. It's Achane. Achane is the only guy that is going to, I don't even want to say reliably, because that I don't believe, but the only guy who's really capable of moving the chains for you on any sort of regular basis, if he's healthy, is Achane. So it surprised me a little bit simply because I just figured the Dolphins were heading into full-on rebuild mode. And therefore, why bother? Why even give out a multi-year contract to anybody? But independent of that, he's played awesome the last couple of years. He's earned it. So let him go up, put up some crazy fantasy numbers because he probably will.
Yeah, I would assume that the coaching staff valued him over Waddle, which I probably would have done the same, which is very weird for me because I don't value running backs at basically anything. But he's kind of both, like with the receiving threat as well. Yeah. And I just think Waddle was not, I think he's very good, but he's not like a guy that you kind of build around because he's So I think they just wanted HN more, and then they signed him. So I don't hate it at all. I also hate them, so I don't really feel anything when they do anything. You know what I mean?
And now he's moving closer to them.
Yes. Yes, I would like to get closer to them.
How's that countdown going, by the way? How far out are we?
We're very close. We're very
2 weeks, right?
Yeah. Will I push it back? Who knows, man? I live life a quarter mile at a time, like Vin Diesel.
Sure.
Can somebody?
I love Fast and Furious movies, as you guys know, and it's starting to drive me nuts that they are still writing the final movie. Like, this movie could have come out 2 years ago. I mean, they end the last one, Fast 10, on this giant cliffhanger.
I was joking with 10.
they end the last one on this big ass cliffhanger, and normally in those situations, like, you think about like the last 2 Mission Impossible movies, also cliffhanger in between them, but they came out a year or 2 apart. That's just the way it's supposed to happen in cinema. Now it's been like 4 or 5 years already, and they're still effing writing the last thing. I don't even understand how that's possible. I think they've been running into so much red tape and financial issues that I'm just preparing for what should be an incredible movie to be a massive letdown, and I'm really upset about it. I'm loyal.
You're still watching them?
Yeah,
really?
I am. I love these movies.
Okay.
Are you watching those?
No, I'm not. I've never seen a single one of them. But okay,
single one is crazy.
A couple of things here. One, I just texted 3 people that I know that like are in bowling leagues that like bowl. And I literally texted them, what's the highest score each of you have ever bowled? They're not even friends with each other, so it's like random that I put them on the same text. So I just want everybody to know, cliffhanger here. I'm gonna wait for those responses. Some may not respond because they're annoyed that they're on a group text. Like Chris Cody is one of the people I texted, so he's gonna be like, who are these people I'm on the thread with? But so that's waiting. But y'all, speaking of Chris Cody, because this is what reminded me to text him about bowling. The reason, again, Michael Raziel, the guy I did shows with, him and his cousin Adam. I know you caught wind of this. Thorb, you might have. They watched every single Fast and Furious in a row because that was one of the punishments that the Dan Le Batard show gave Chris Cody for like the grid of death thing. And he didn't want to do it. So we volunteered to take it from him. And they watched, at the time, there were 8 Fast and Furious movies, I think. And they live streamed themselves watching it, all 8, all the way through. I just had to put that out there.
How many hours is that?
They said it on the like the interview that I did with them afterward, but
8 of them, you said? So
like 20?
No, not for 8 movies. For 8, I mean, it's probably like 14 or 15.
No, it's way more than that.
I don't think they all average more than 2 hours.
Well, even
of course they do. They're like,
yeah, I think they do.
Yeah, they're long movies, I think.
I'm looking it up.
Yeah, look that shit up.
Todd says, try sending it again. See, I didn't get it because he wants to be on the text. Todd, I don't have your number. That's funny, though. He's the one that's bowled a 300 in the chat.
No, that was Jason.
Oh, it was? My bad.
Yeah.
God, the first Fast and Furious came out 25 years ago, by the way. All right, so this one isn't. You want to do the math, Thorb? I don't trust you to do the math. See, you want to do the math? An hour 46 was the first one. We really going to do this?
No.
Right.
Just just look at them, see if any are above 2, and then.
All right, now we're 47.
Chris Cody, 279.
279. That's pretty goddamn good. Okay.
I'm telling you, people do this. If you bowl enough, you're gonna like knock down the pins consecutive times.
People are good, man. I can't do that shit.
Todd says 290. That's his high score.
And 777 series. What the fuck are these series that I keep seeing in the chat?
No idea what that is.
No idea.
That's a flex. We're not supposed to know that.
That's
like
a bowling thing. Yeah.
I bet
because Jason said 800 series. What the fuck is that? What the hell is that? Oh, Scheffler rolling them in now.
A Fitzpatrick almost holed one, and it just I don't know. I think it was for birdie, so he's going to end up parring another one, I think.
Here's one at 210. Here's one at 210.
Yeah, see, I mean, most of them are going to be over 2 towards the end.
Here's one at 220. They got greedy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It was definitely 17 more hours.
Oh, it's more.
All right, 223 on Fast X.
Yeah, I'm telling you, dude. They got longer and longer.
That's what she said.
They? Well, yeah, gangbang. Yeah,
it's possible. Yeah. It's like, did you probably not? There's a great joke that I can't repeat here because I'm not a professional comedian and I'm not getting myself canceled. But there was a great joke about trains in the Kevin Hart roast that if anyone watched that on Netflix the other night, you know exactly which one I'm talking about. And you made me think of it in reference to that. But do you guys watch the Kevin Hart roast, by the way? Do you like Kevin Hart? Do you like roasts?
I used to like Kevin Hart a lot, and then
got too much.
I think he's too commercial now. He's gone pop.
Bit of a sellout.
Yeah.
Little Nickelbacky. Is that where we're headed?
No,
I don't want to disrespect Nickelback in that same conversation. You know what I mean? But yeah, like for instance, the funniest role or moment Kevin Hart's ever had in movies was in the 40-Year-Old Virgin.
That's what I was going to guess.
Yeah. And like, and then he just changed into like making like kids type movie, not kids type movie. I don't know. Like, when's the last really funny movie you've ever seen Kevin Hart in? I can't.
Apparently, that 40-Year-Old Virgin bit was entirely improv too. Between
I heard about that.
Yeah, which is impressive.
Awesome skit. I reference that all the time. I've sent it to you guys multiple times.
This is not a like quote unquote Kevin Hart movie, but you know what movie? I mean, I guess he's kind of the lead. You know what movie I really enjoy? Soul Plane. I really love Soul Plane. It's one of his first movies, maybe even his first.
So that's kind of what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Kind of what I'm saying here.
Check it out. The roast is funny though. It's way too long, as expected, but it's funny.
Those roasts tend to be really, really good. Yeah. I didn't see this one though.
It's 3 hours long.
Can I ask? Can I ask a question? As another answer is rolled in, but I'm gonna wait to read off this number from my friend Aldo down in Fort Lauderdale. 310. 307. The new Netflix quarterback thing, which I've never actually watched one of those all the way through. I know they're really good, but this one, which premieres July 14th, features Jaden Daniels, Cam Ward, Baker Mayfield, and Joe Flacco of all people.
Yeah.
Can I ask something? Because I've never watched the show. So when are those actually recorded? Like when are they?
So it would be last year. Yeah.
Okay. Because Jaden Daniels didn't play most of this. So like I'm not really looking forward to that. You know what I'm saying?
Kind of sad. Yeah. It's just following through his training and rehab.
Right.
Yeah. I've never watched one of those series all the way through either, but my kids love them. And so I'll peek in from time to time. But yeah, this is not a cast that I'm excited about.
It's a weird cast.
It's weird. I love football. I never watch any of that sort of stuff. I don't know why. I didn't even watch the Dolphins on Hard Knocks. I hate them. Maybe that's why. But you would think I would watch that. I didn't. I didn't care at all. All right. So 3 games combined. League nights, you bowl 3 games. So 3 games equals a series. So now, okay, I get it. I get it now. 7-7-7 series. So everyone has their own series. That's a weird thing to call it.
But we're not saying his big score was a combination of 3 games, right? That's not what he's saying.
No, it's not what he's saying. He's saying that's his high, but he's his best series maybe is a 7-7-7 series.
I just love that each of the 3 of us has an entirely different focus right now.
I'm locked in on
Thor was trying to figure out this golf game. Sia has questions about the quarterback show on Netflix, and I'm still adding up Fast and Furious run times.
And if I may, to change it to a 4th subject or change it back, 289 from my friend Aldo. So we've got a 279, we've got a 289.
You're just friends with the best bowlers on earth.
No, it's not true. These guys just bowl a lot. They just bowl. And that's what happens when you bowl. You eventually run into, just like a hole in one, you can eventually run into a hole in one, but different analogy.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll back you up. One of my best friends was he was, like bowling league, bowling team, whatever in high school, and has been bowling his whole life. And same deal. He's not obviously a professional bowler, but he's solid. He goes out there, and I don't know what his high score is, but it's probably also like 280 something or something like that.
Very interesting. Yeah, I guess I just don't bowl enough to realize that was a reality.
It's a thing.
Yeah. I do throw a nice little curve on it. You know what I mean? But I can't throw it straight. So when it comes to a spare and it's on the right side, I have to do a reverse curve, and it doesn't work a lot.
You know what I do? I just bowl it straight and I point my thumb to like you're following through on a basketball shot, and it actually goes really straight. Like when I release the ball, my thumb is pointing to where I want to go, and it goes pretty straight every time.
Interesting.
I walk up, I take the ball with two hands, I pull back between my legs, and I roll it straight ahead.
I was gonna say, I thought you were gonna say, then you just drop it on the thing on the slide. And it just goes.
Go, man! It goes so slow, but man, I cheer, I root it on.
But boy, it's straight. You know,
it's straight as shit. As long as I have the thing pointed in the right direction.
Can I change the subject again?
Yes. You don't have to. You're one of the hosts of this program. You don't have to ask us. You can just do it all willy-nilly.
So, are we seriously going to say that with like 0.9 seconds left, with what looked to be like pretty close to incidental contact between Jared Allen and whoever he ran into, Osar Thompson, when Osar Thompson was 70 feet from the basket, that cost the Detroit Pistons the game? Like, nobody's actually making that argument with any sort of credibility, are they?
How about don't melt down with 2-3 minutes?
No, forget about that though. Like, forget it. Let's just isolate it to that.
Forget about that shit.
Play. Like that. They're making it sound like Jared Allen like pulled a like LaMelo ball and like grabbed his leg or like stuck his leg out and tripped him. Like that's not. I can't believe people are actually like making the argument. That's what I'm. Am I wrong? Like, is this a good argument?
You're not wrong. The greatest part about this is that entire series doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying?
So you think your Knicks are just going to abuse whoever comes out of this series? That's what you're saying.
They're walking in. They're walking in unscathed.
You want it to be Cleveland, though, right? You want it to be Cleveland.
I don't think the Knicks will have a problem with the Cavs, but I think the Pistons would beat the Knicks.
That's outrageous. It's erroneous, and it's just.
And I'll tell you what.
Well,
whoever the three are, I don't care because I think the Spurs or Thunder will beat any of them.
Also, I would like to take the time to say that I'm very proud of the Knicks right now, and I didn't expect them to go this crazy, and it's a very good time for me. Okay, it is also very boring that they're winning the series so fast that I have nothing to watch because I don't really give a fuck about these other teams. So but it's still very good, and I think we lose to OKC probably in 4 games still because they are absolutely unstoppable.
I don't think they're unstoppable. I think the Spurs very much can beat OKC. You guys disagree with that?
No, I think the Spurs can beat OKC.
I mean, I guess, but
and not only that, not only do I think it can happen, I hope it happens. I'm rooting for it to happen, and I kind of sort of believe it'll happen.
Okay, you were about to hold on. He was about to make this like big statement. I'm not stopping there. I'm going to tell you that I also hope it happens. Like that's not.
Well, listen, I got a few. One, I just like the Spurs better, and I know you guys feel the same way. But I also got a futures ticket on the Spurs to win the title, so my wallet is also rooting for it. But beyond that, I mean, they owned them in the regular season. I know OKC wasn't fully healthy when they played, but then again, Thunder aren't fully healthy right now.
Go ahead, Thorpe.
They've only had to play like 8 games, dude. Like
against shit teams.
Yeah, but like that's what I'm saying. They're like, I don't know, man. They're good. I feel like they're barely even trying, and they're just fucking winning. It's not. I hate them. I'm with Sia now. I hate them, and I wish the worst for them.
Can we all agree that at least I was one of the first to market on OKC is a terrible watch. Nobody should be rooting for them, and they're cheap and
people been saying
dirty.
It's you and SPJ. It's the two of you.
I feel like I was one of the I want to be able to take credit for this to some degree. I feel like I was on this mountain before most people were on it, and now it's just like the thing to say. I need credit. Somebody give me credit.
You think it's the thing to say? Because I don't say it.
It's all over social media. I mean, anytime SGA does his flop thing, it's all over social media.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem watching the Thunder at all. They don't bother me.
Well, of course they don't bother you, Adam. Like we don't but Thorpe, do they bother you?
They bother me big time, brother. Big time. Big time. Yeah. Adam likes a team that just shoots fucking 700 threes a game.
No, I actually hate that about my team. I mean, it's not stopping. It's not going to change, but I do hate it.
Yeah, that's the only reason I didn't want the Celtics, because if they are hot from 3, you can't win because so it's just like kind of a crapshoot at that point. But if they're not, then you beat the shit out of them, which is cool.
Yeah, unfortunately, the if they're not has happened more often than not over the last couple of years in the playoffs. It's not been too enjoyable for me.
Yeah, you'll be all right.
More so for you. I'll be okay.
Yeah, you'll be all right.
While talking about some of these NBA folks, what do you guys feel about LeBron and his, again, interpreted disrespect? All these stories that are coming out about how the Lakers have taken him for granted and all the on and on. I feel like this franchise, much like any franchise that has LeBron, has bent over backwards to keep this guy happy. And any tales of disrespect or feeling slighted or what have you, it's stupid. It's nuts. It's unbelievable.
Are those manufactured stories though? Like, I feel like people are just saying that. Is that actually like LeBron?
Yeah.
You think he's leaking that to his camp? Like how does that benefit him to say that? He can just walk if he wants to. Like, no, he doesn't have to have a reason. I feel like these are manufactured stories in the media personally. And Adam, you're doing a good job fanning the flames.
Sure. Thank you. I mean, it makes him look a little better if he leaves, or makes him look less worse anyway.
What happens to Bronny if he leaves? Like, does that become a package deal? Because the Lakers could just like cut him. Send him down to the G League.
I saw a tweet the other day. It said something like, LeBron and Bronny are going to be the first father-son tandem to ever retire together.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah,
good.
It's because Bronny sucks, guys. For anyone out there that didn't follow the joke, because he stinks. Hey, I think we have a show after us. We have to be mindful of the clock as well. I actually don't know. I think we do. We've been left to our own devices for whatever reason. SPJ was like, "You guys are on. Have fun." I think there's a show after us. I know there's a show after that because I'm going to be off the bump there with Danny Burke talking some baseball at 6:00 Eastern here. But it is NFL schedule release day, and I mentioned this off the top. I could not begin to give a single crap. I mean, I'm interested in looking at the schedules. So when those are out after 8, 9 o'clock tonight, whatever it is, I'll peruse. I'll take a gander. What I don't care about are the days, if not weeks, of hype and announcing island games and announcing holiday slates and leaks all over social media. Just show me the schedule when it's done. I don't give a crap. I'm not sitting here like waiting until I can book a trip and oh my God, this leak just came out. Now I got to get ahead of the flights before the prices go up. Like that it's I don't know. You tell me. Over on CBS, you guys are probably making a big deal of it to some degree because it's just what people do. But do you care?
Yeah, see, you care?
So we're not making a big deal. Like, we don't have any special shows on Sportsline. I'm sure like CBS Sports HQ is going to have some stuff after tonight, but I care because I feel like it's not that we're actually close to football season, but it feels like I'm on to the next season when the actual schedule comes out. And we're still like really far removed from even like the Hall of Fame game. But yeah, I think it's interesting. I mean, to see who gets screwed with the scheduling disadvantages and the bye weeks and the travel and all that. Yeah, I mean, I do like to look at the schedule. Like, Washington has a pretty hard schedule in terms of the divisions they play. I'm curious to see how it all plays out for the schedule. I'm not super excited about it, but I do think it's relevant.
Yeah. If you guys couldn't have guessed, I didn't even know this was happening today because I care that little. So, but so as people that root for better teams than I have, you guys are you guys locking in on the schedule a little more? Like checking, like looking through every game? I don't fucking care at all, especially this year.
Thorb is going to move to Florida, work for Pole Wax, and he is going to come on the show one day, see it, and say, so you guys are going to think this is ridiculous and all, but I actually have Dolphins season tickets now. That's where we're headed.
Untrue.
That's where we're headed. Thorb is going to shit on his team the whole offseason, and then as soon as he gets closer, even if he tries to spin zone it and say it's just to watch the other teams come in and beat the shit out of my team, he's going to games every week.
Okay. Not only do you underestimate how much I hate the Dolphins, you underestimate how much I think live viewings of football suck. I think it's a terrible idea. I would rather watch every game at home on my TVs, and that is just so much better. And also, I hate the Dolphins, and that's a bigger part of it. I'm not going to get season tickets. Now, if the people I'm with have season tickets and the team actually is good, and the team is actually good, they have to be good, though, and good to a point where I believe it, which that'll take so much. That'll take so much, like way more than any other fan. Then I will go to one singular game.
Maybe kind of like our bowling discussion. Do they have to be good, or do they just have to be good for 1 week? What if they're favored in a particular matchup?
I would have went to a game in the what season was the when Tua led the league in passing? That 3 years ago?
Sounds right.
Sure.
I would have went to a game that season. Other than that, I would have went no other season.
So Thorpe doesn't really understand how South Florida works, and he's an entertainer. And so you take moving to South Florida, being thought of as a Miami fan, and just like the elbows he's going to be, you know, whether it's Pool Wax or other famous people that he's working with for music or whatever, there's going to be inevitably, almost on a weekly basis, hey, I've got the hookup at Live, which is, you know, there's a Live inside Miami Stadium, or we got field passes pregame, and then we're on the 10th row 40-yard line. Thorpe, we're going to see you, the over-under on you putting something out on Instagram where you've got field passes.
It's not fair. It's not fair because
the over-under is week 7. I'm taking the under, which is minus 180.
Are all Miami fans, so
minus
that's not
180.
fair.
Minus 180.
They're going to end up going, and I'm not going to just say no to it. You know what I mean?
Maybe
so we're going to see you at games.
You don't need
you there.
You don't need season tickets.
I just want it to be known. If it was up to me, there's no fucking way I'd be there.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure it's up to you. I don't think they're going to take you at gunpoint.
Theoretically, yes, but it's the right thing to do. You know what I mean?
Not going to insult them by refusing the offer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Everybody there they like the Dolphins for whatever reason. Actually, the one of the co-owners of the company, and he actually had a thing go viral for the season ticket people calling him and asking him if he wanted to renew, and he's just like, no. and so I guess now he doesn't even have season tickets anymore because he's fed up with the team. So that's good. That's good. So now, I mean, hopefully we don't have to go. I just don't. Maybe the team would really understand what they're doing if you're 3-12 and you go to your stadium and there's 7 people in there. You know what I mean? I feel like then that's a reality check. Like, let's fix things. But people still go. Stop going. Stop going. Just don't go. Fucking let it go. Just ruin it. Stop buying jerseys.
Football game in Miami. How cheap is it now?
It's fucking probably free. You can probably just walk in. I don't know.
It's never cheap to go to an NFL game, regardless of how bad the franchise is. The thing about the NFL, like their fans, is that, I mean, South Florida fans. Do I need to finish that sentence? Like, if you've got a good market that's visiting, like Pittsburgh or New York or Boston or New England, whatever it is, I mean, it'll feel like it's not true that half the fans are that other team's fans, but it'll sound like half the fans are that other team's fans in a Miami crowd. So, just throwing that out there.
Well, I don't know if that's true, dude. I don't know if that's true. Miami's fans, they're a bunch of lunatics that just keep worshiping this team for no reason. They're out of their minds.
Toaster strudel better than Pop-Tarts is false. Are we big on toaster strudels versus Pop-Tarts from Big Cheesy?
How did we get here?
Who cares?
What just happened?
Doesn't matter. Yeah, don't worry about that.
No, I'm a hard pass on both, so don't even include me.
I can't. I'm not even quite sure if I've had a toaster strudel.
Do you know what they look like?
Yeah, it's like the thing where you self-drizzle the...
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's one of those joints.
What now?
You self-drizzle. It's a self-drizzle job.
The frosting, you got to toast it, and then you put the frosting on yourself.
Got it.
Yeah.
You do it.
Yeah. Are you toasting the Pop-Tart, or are you just eating it raw?
That's a good question.
Pause.
I'm toasting it.
You're toasting it.
Pause.
Now, are you uncrusting it as if you would a...
Yes. Yes. Also, I'm one of the outliers that really likes the chocolate one, and I will eat it like a chocolate bar. Like I will take the crust off very slowly, eat it. I'll eat it, but I want to get into like the meat and potatoes, if you will, and it's all melty. It's just so delicious.
How much are you taking off? Like it's not like there's that much crust to begin with. It's just the
outer a small sliver.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm taking off, and I'm just slowly eating that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the appetizer.
So it's really the same concept of like decrusting a sandwich. Like if you make yourself a PB&J and you just cut off the edges.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Do you do that?
With a Pop-Tart, I do. I haven't had a Pop-Tart in a long time, but I used to have them all the time. And toasted strudel's like all mushy. It's like, no, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's sorry about
it. It's like baby food. It's like Gerber's.
Yeah, you fucking child, grow up.
When's the last time somebody spoon fed you? Here comes the airplane, Thorb.
Uncrustables. Oh, see, Uncrustables, but they're Pop-Tarts. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Honestly, well, I guess it's probably in the making of the Pop-Tart that they have to have the crust in there. Actually, I don't fucking know. I don't know shit. So maybe, wait, what's your favorite flavor Pop-Tart?
Well, I already said it's chocolate for me.
He's the chocolate.
It's like a candy bar to me.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you just try a candy bar?
I'm trying to.
Well, I could, but I have to have.
S'mores was a banger.
Breakfast
S'mores was a banger. I saw it. Let me see. I feel like there was like a strawberry one that was pretty fire too.
You would.
I'm looking up now. I'm looking it up now. No, it wasn't the strawberry. No. Hold on now. Frosted cherry. That's a banger. I know that.
I feel like cherry as a flavor is overrated across the board.
You're an idiot, Sia.
Overrated. Like I'll take grape in any context. I'll take grape ahead of cherry. I'll take strawberry.
Cherry's one of the goats.
Look who's back and wearing a shirt.
Don't expose me like that to the chat. Wait, hang on. Let me be like Sia.
You got to button up higher. Don't go yourself.
There you go.
Oh, this shirt doesn't even have a top button. Hey, I'll just have
if
to
you want us on YouTube or not, cover up.
All right, I know.
Cover up.
I was going to say, like, a year and a half ago, we did a blind rankings of Pop-Tarts on the channel. It was actually very entertaining. We this is a sports show, and we spent 45 minutes ranking Pop-Tarts. It was awesome.
Sounds right.
It should be. Yeah, now
you should make a competition with your like cereal stuff, except do Pop-Tarts. Shags stood on the take that brown sugar cinnamon is the all-time great of all time, and I literally almost fired him that day. So
you should have. Why is he still here? That's fucking crazy.
Where did chocolate? Because he must have had chocolate relatively high. Because if you're going to have that high, you're kind of ignoring the fruity flavors, in my opinion.
If he had that high, then there's no bounds to what he might do.
I think he was okay with fudge, but he didn't like that aspect of sweet for breakfast. So I think we incorporate. Yeah, I know. Hey, don't get me
breakfast.
I know. I agree. Strawberry to me is always elite. I really like the hot fudge sundae ones when they had those, as long as they are properly toasted. They were delicious. Did you guys have that one?
Brown sugar cinnamon should be banned.
I don't. They're okay, but they're not top tier in my opinion.
Wait, it was only one person doing the blind.
Yeah. Well, actually, no. I think it was me, Shags, and Sook. It was like over a year ago, guys. I'd have to go back and look. We can do it again though. Maybe next week on a No Plays Off, you guys can rank Pop-Tarts.
Could happen.
I'm very interested.
Hey, wait. Come back, SPJ. Don't leave us yet. Speaking of hiring and firing, SPJ ditched us after getting us on to go and chat with people after he put this post out on social media about growing the family. And I got to wonder, you're getting a lot of submissions. You're getting a lot of interest from people out there on the socials. Have they seen this show? Do they know what they're walking into if they join this network?
I'm glad you started off by saying it got you on instead of got you off. That's a great way to start.
That's where I was going.
Yeah, thanks, Thorpe. I know. No, I purposely told them not to watch this hour of content.
Sure.
To make sure. No, but I'll say it on the next show too. We've had an overwhelming amount of submissions. A lot of you guys in our chat have been submitting, people with experience, people with not experience, people with experience from like older than I was before I was even born. have been submitting to be a part of the family right here at Betting News. So we appreciate you guys wanting to be involved with the content. I'm trying my best to go through everything, properly vet everyone, make sure that everybody has an opportunity to at least get an interview and speak their piece on why they think they could contribute to the family here and what we're trying to continue to grow. So yeah, I'm working on it. Hopefully we'll have some more fun content, not like this show, but
yeah. Let me tell you what we're looking for. We're looking for absolute lunatics to
Yes.
just have a chance out here to just speak their mind. Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Right?
The truth is,
Tarps off truly as well.
The truth is, it's shows like this that bring people in the door. I'm just putting it out there, just being a little different, talking a little sports, a little pop culture, a little Pop-Tarts, a little bowling. That's what gets people in the door. And then boom, they hit the sports and they're invested.
See, I know people have paid attention to the fact that you're over here now, which, hand up, I'll take credit for that. How many people are reaching out to you about the interest in the posts that SPJ put out?
Zero.
Zero people.
But to me, they wouldn't reach out to me for that. They would just reach out
directly.
Yeah, they would just reach out to SPJ or whoever put the post out.
I see. I think somebody be like, "Oh, this, I see you're over there. Like, tell me a little bit about it." I got a couple of those.
Yeah, if you got over there, anybody could get over there.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Garnett.
Yeah,
anything is possible.
I just met with Kevin Garnett. It was good. We'll see.
Does he want to be a part of the team?
Maybe. We'll find out.
Cool.
He's big.
Did you guys? I can't retell it because again, I'd get canceled. But did you see the clip going around of Kevin Garnett? He's not even in the clip, but it's somebody telling the Kevin Garnett, Jason Collins story.
Jason Collins. Zero idea what you're talking about, man.
Just passed this week. You should Google it or search for it on Twitter, on X. It's amusing. It's going to have to be a tease for you. I can't tell the story without getting in trouble.
Yeah, well, Adam, thanks for killing the momentum of the show.
I didn't kill it.
This is a great story. None of you know about it, and I can't tell it.
Well, I thought maybe you knew.
Yeah, well,
he was just trying to help him out. Trying to help.
You don't know. We don't know shit.
Well, you've got the internet. You got the ability to find shit.
Yeah. How about you send us a link? Maybe we'll talk about it next week. Probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Sook's downstairs. It was just his birthday. Happy birthday, Sook.
Oh, wow.
Happy birthday. Oh, happy birthday. So is Sia's. Why didn't you bring that up?
Oh, that's right. It was my birthday on Monday.
That's wildly disrespectful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, right in front of you. Out there on Twitter asking for things.
Yeah. It's just a simple please follow my YouTube page. Actually, you know what's so funny? Because we were talking about social media and how many active followers do we actually have? I don't know if this is good or bad, but I had maybe 40, 45 people actually subscribe after that Twitter post, which honestly, I don't even know if that's a good number or a bad number. It could have been 2 people.
It's a number.
It could have been 110. I have no idea. It was like around 40, 45 people, I think.
Sure.
I guess that's good.
You're the most famous guy I know.
Oh, come on. I know.
You're on the list.
I know.
Definitely on the list.
Do you want to talk about gym etiquette before you go see it?
Well, we only have like 60 seconds. Can we reserve that? Yeah, because we got another show coming up. Is it Betspresso?
Betspresso, yeah. The afternoon Betspresso is following us. That's why
you guys can take
are all backstage just to watch.
You guys can take an extra minute if you want. I'd love to hear the gym etiquette story.
Well, it's not a story. I just feel like we need to talk about it. I feel like we need to try to set the standard. There's so many things that happen at the gym that are very frustrating. And it's not just people dropping their weights. It's like people just on their phone while they're actually on a machine. It's people sneezing and not holding their mouth. It's people talking too loud, some of which actually talk on the phone. It's like that airplane guy that when the flight lands, he has to get on the phone with his bros and make sure he's the loudest one in the room because he's talking about something super cool. There's so many things like that happen at the gym. I feel like we need to vet it out. We need to be the people to put a stop to it.
We're going to
stop paper towels.
Yeah. Stop making out with your girlfriend mid-set. Am I right, Sia?
Well, that's just
that fucking happens.
The ultimate insecurity is the guy that's there with his girlfriend, and he has to be super handsy with her because he sees that there's other guys that he deems better looking or more fit than him.
Yeah, I'm interested. So what? Just get over it.
I just want to say that sentence of making out with your girlfriend mid-set could change very quickly with the change of one letter.
Mid-sex, I get it.
Oh yeah. That was a riddle.
It was.
He almost got me.
Quickly by me.
Yeah.
Smartest guy in the room.
I just thought there was more to it.
No, it's just an everyday thing.
Yeah. I want to get into this. This is your tease for next week, I guess.
This is your tease for next week. We need all the bad, the gym stories. Maybe there's individual stories or things that you come across. We need people to let us know on social media what those stories are so we can shout you out. Dodgers -1.5, says Big Cheesy. That's the late game tonight.
Like, bro, I ain't gonna take her at the gym. Chill out.
Exactly. Exactly. Japan, he's got it.
Love it. All right. Well, yeah, bring your gym takes. We're up we got like 2,500 live watching across Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. So make sure you don't go anywhere because the BNN feed, even though this podcast ends, the BNN feed continues. The Afternoon Betspresso follows us, not Puckett, kind of Puckett, but not Puckett. Afternoon Betspresso comes up, and then off the bump, still not a drug reference, the baseball show with Danny Burke. And I will be back in an hour. And so we got that. Lots of content coming your way across BNN, which is why people are banging down doors to join us here at Betting News. Fellas, it's always a pleasure. It's good to see you from this new camera. I feel like I see you better also.
Yeah, you look way better. Like so much better.
Way more
not physically,
just clear.
Yeah, clarity-wise, you look way
My
better.
birthday wish to everybody that's watching right now, as we pass it off to Betspresso, is that you go to Apple and or Spotify and you just type in No Plays Off and say, I'm doing this for Sia's birthday. I'm going to make sure I follow the podcast and put your downloads on. So make sure you get it in your feed. No Plays Off. Do that for me right now. It's my birthday wish. Thank you.
I love it. Happy birthday to Sia. Happy birthday to Sook. He comes your way with Shags and with SPJ. He's taking an interview break to do a show. We'll see you later. And up next, but not really, Puckett.
Puckett.
На мне запахи Том Форд, смесь ванили и табако. Трачу на семью, но не получаю зарплату. В кармане круглый налик, он хрустит, как будто тако. Просил, пел и не еду больше заклад. Просто дай мне мои стики, стипсы, близкие бастыки. Недавно здесь наблюдаем головой, как на разминке. Просто дай мне мои стики, каждый сезон на стрики. Если делать ежедневно, кэш в любом разе настигнет. Мили, нам интересны мили. Хочу, чтоб было все здесь у людей с моей фамилией. Я каждый круг на дрили, мой стейк тут не на гриле. Меня волнуют цифры, сколько взяли, сколько влили. Про дела не по мобиле. Поднимайте ты копейки нахуй дос. Хочу, чтобы суммы были как приглас. Самый вышли губить моих людей, заебал гос. Это кука седа гулу фандафака. Делать это до талова как надо. Нал хрустит, как тако. Пахнет плотно, ты ж пропахал. Наливай на тебя палит мой Тарковский. Рядом готов чист кость. Везде как будто бы дома, но помню, что залетел гость.
What's going on, everybody? Another hour right here on the Betting News Network. Excited to have you with us. Hope you guys enjoyed the last hour with those crazy lads talking Pop-Tarts and so much more on No Plays Off. This is your afternoon Betspresso. That's Shaggy Bets, twice in one day. Shaggy double dipping. Not in the cane sauce, in your sauce.
Thank goodness.
Sook. Absolutely. My name's Sweatpan Jesus. Stoked to have you guys here for your afternoon Betspresso. Sookman, happy birthday!
Thank you.
Happy birthday!
I'm actually wearing my birthday gift. If you can
that.
see this beauty.
Baker.
Hell yeah, man.
Let's go. Congrats on making another year around the sun. We love you so much. Chat, if you haven't wished Sook a happy birthday yesterday, you're late, but it's never better late than never. Do you do like a birthday week celebration type of vibe, you know?
No, and those people need to get a grip on reality.
Hey now. You told me you went out 2 nights ago. You told me you really celebrated a couple nights ago.
Hey, that's because I'm a responsible adult and my days off fall on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, so I responsibly knew the recovery day can be the actual birthday day.
He was not hungover for the morning spread, I can assure you. That's for sure.
I was disappointed that I didn't get to see Shaggy live NBA Lab because it's kind of been part of my routine. I usually go to bed looking at box scores, but now with Shaggy doing the morning spread, I kind of wait until the morning and I do it in the morning and then I watch him do it live and it kind of sharpens my blade for the afternoon. So I really did miss that today, Shags.
I know, man. It was weird. But yeah, no NBA tonight. But we do got some dub action, as I was told in chat. They got mad at me today. I said there was no hoops. I was wrong. There is hoops. Lady hoops.
There's Lady Hoops with 2 games in the Lady Hoopers. We're going to talk about both of those games. We're going to talk about the Yoffs, no NBA, like Shags just said. So we will have the 2 games tomorrow, though, and V, myself, and Sook will talk about them. Shags will talk about them in the morning. Sook and I will, and Shag and V will talk about them in the afternoon for the All Sauce team. We're going to have 2 possible elimination games tomorrow in the NBA. Can we please just get 1 Game 7, please? We shall see. But thanks for being here, chat, right here on the Betting News Network, brought to you by our sponsors at Lucky Rebel. You guys know the deal. Go click that QR code above I Feel Fine on top of Mr. Shaggy's head, and you can get involved with the QR code right there to get some funds dropped into your account and go play with our friends at Lucky Rebel. Also brought to you by our sponsors today at Betalytics. We're going to be jumping in the lab for Betalytics for some baseball action. I know Shags has some plays on the diamond for you guys as well. We got Dub, we got Diamond, we got Chef stopping by. We got Where in the World is Gretzky Betsky, who is definitely stopping by today as well. Who knows from where? We'll find out. And then the Betspresso Parlay. Parlay's going to be fun today. No NBA, NHL, Dub, baseball. Jerry knows the vibes. He feels it. He feels it in his
Make it happen.
I narratively very much convinced myself of a nice bet. And I put a unit on it. I actually have 2 units on the ice today just because I wanted some action.
On the ice. Did you have you gotten into diving into the dub yet? Because it's going to happen. I'm just wondering if you've gotten there yet.
No, because the GOAT that you have hosting the show with you, wink, wink, I can't compete. So I'll kind of apply my trade elsewhere this summer as you guys go through the dub. But you will be seeing me bet basketball. We will have FIBA. We will also have the Big 3. So ball's going nowhere for me. I will find where I can bet it.
Some Big 3 betting. Let's go.
Oh, it's absolutely electric, Shaggy. Now that Jimmer Fredette is kind of in the 3-on-3 world, and now it's an Olympic sport, and you have to actually have time on a 3-on-3 circuit to make it into the Olympics. There's a lot of guys doing some things. You still got Dwight Howard has a team, and Shaggy. Dwight Howard's team has the Ohio State legend Costa Kofis on it.
Oh,
wow. Okay.
I saw you post about Costa. That's hilarious, dude. I am going to convince you to bet something with me tonight, Sook, in the dub, because it's a narrative play, and you do love narrative. We've got a narrative one tonight, which is going to be great. But we got some fun for you guys for the next hour, like the guys said. And directly after us, though, don't go anywhere. Off the Bump with DB and Adam Kaufman will be live to give you guys the moves on the baseball slate tonight. We will talk about some of those plays, but they'll give you guys what happened today in the baseball, and then they'll be jumping into what's going to happen in all 4 games this evening. Drake at midnight.
Iceman, finally.
Iceman.
Drake fans have been losing their mind for so long. It's really funny to see them crash out. I'm even getting sent stuff because I like Kendrick. I'm getting sent stuff from multiple people telling me I am not allowed to enjoy this drop when it comes out because I was on the other side of things.
Wow. V took the day off today because of that. In honorary aspect. Oh man, that was a joke. Not really, kind of. I don't know. I'm gonna derail us to start us off.
Please.
I have a couple things that I'd like to show you guys. Okay. Posted one of these on the timeline, but I want thoughts. If you had to choose, now we're all 3 married men, so I don't know
if going.
I don't know if these still exist in your consciousness or not. This has to do with the World Cup in Toronto. The World Cup, around the World Cup, they will be handing out these condoms. Around the World Cup. 6 different types of condoms will be handed out in the Toronto area in honor of World Cup 26. Do you have a preference? If you're picking one? And again, I say as married men, I don't know how much you're purchasing / using condoms these days, but if one was handed to you for free.
I can go first because I know Shaggy probably internally screaming as a wholesome Midwest boy. He's thinking, where have I ended up? I'll go first. Wrong. I'm a pessimist, so I will go with what a finish. I need some positivity in my life. I need some reinforcement. So I'll go with what a finish. And then when I look at that thing, I'll know, like, hey, you did it. So good job, my guy.
I like
it. Peaches and cream to me takes the cake. That would be the one I'd be snagging and using.
Yeah, I could make a funny joke with that one. I'm not going to, and I'm going to put strings attached. Strings attached for me. Because my string is attached, married man, like he said. Strings attached all the way. Love you, babe.
You toed the line there. Well done.
She's watching. Could you? I thought it was. I had to go and look this up to make sure because I saw it on like kind of a troll account, and I was like, this can't be real. And it's legit. They're actually doing that.
Do you know there's actually a Mark Wahlberg movie kind of about World Cup condoms?
Yeah, it looks really bad.
I've heard mixed reactions, I think, from people I know that have seen it.
It looks
yes
like
and no.
I
There's
know
some
overly,
funny parts, but I think for the most
overly
part,
CGI'd.
Amazon slop for sure.
Yeah. It looked like dog shit, but
not a fan of Prime Sook.
Hey, I will take 2 seconds to go ahead and do this because all of these giant assholes that are streamers, they do small little things like it's not even just the streamers. Some of these like companies that have positioned themselves as like art house, like Bloomhouse, they're not actually art house. They just do weird things like cutting costs. Like you'll never see a waiter talk in a Bloomhouse movie. You'll never see more than 6 locations in a Bloomhouse movie. And it's basically just cost cutting. But now they know that everyone goes, oh, that's a Bloomhouse movie. They're supposed to be good. So they've kind of co-opted A24's word of mouth thing. So I don't like Amazon slop because they kind of think you attach a name, it will hit the algo and people will watch it. So that's the kind of thing. Mark Wahlberg is like the Canes of fried chicken. It's there, it's solid, but like there's better out there if you go and search.
Mark Wahlberg had such a like possibly awesome career, and then I feel like he just like kind of sold out.
Oh, he would sell out. Don't Google his hate crimes. He has more than one hate crime that he committed and was actually prosecuted for that resulted in a man losing his eye. And it was 100% a hate crime, not something that he really talks about. And there's a great clip from back in the day of Eminem talking about being on MTV with Mark Wahlberg at the same time. And they're talking about jumping into acting. And Eminem kind of says like, oh, when my time comes, I'll wait and do it. Because if anyone forgets, Marky Mark was a rapper before he was a movie star. So it's really. He
was also an underwear model too.
Yeah,
Vibrations. How could you forget,
dude? I don't know how people are giant assholes, and somehow the '90s everything just was water off of your back, and you just could go on.
Because the internet didn't exist at that point.
Yeah, there you go.
Because people couldn't blast it out there on social media all over the place. Which again, the pendulum has swung way too far the other direction, where now I get to see. You know, fucking Mary's Pop-Tart crumbs on her plate when she's done if I want to. Which who gives a shit? All right. I thought the condom thing would derail us. I don't know how we got down this road, but here we are.
I love it. Thank you. Fantastic content.
Good stuff.
I'm as happy as he is shocked.
Sounds about right. It sounds about right for the three of us and also Betspresso as a whole. Let's talk about sports. Some news that came out as we talked about, or as is going to happen this evening on the timeline. The entire schedules for all the NFL teams will be dropping. Some of the ones have been leaking. So let's have a gander at these two guys. Christmas Day, ho, ho, ho. These are the Christmas Day matchups that were going to be happening in the NFL season this year. Rams, Seahawks, NFC West battle. Bills, Broncos obviously should be interesting. Packers, Bears, V and Danny have already been chirping each other in our group chat, and I had to mute that chat earlier because I tried to say a couple things and they just were ignoring me. I felt like when you're sitting at a table with somebody and they're arguing, and then like you try to get a word in and like something different, and you're realizing, oh no, these guys are yelling at each other. Okay, I'll just let it kind of go. And then Christmas Eve, Texans, Eagles. We shall see what happens there. And then before that, I did them out of order. Sorry. Thanksgiving, full. I mean, this is just, are you going to spend time with your family? I don't know. Packers, Rams, Thanksgiving Eve, Bears, Lions, Eagles, Cowboys, Bills, Chiefs on Thanksgiving Day, on Turkey Day. I don't have the Black Friday game listed either. I forgot which one that is. But thoughts, guys? I mean, crazy matchups on the two biggest holidays of the NFL season.
No, very cool stuff. I'm glad the Chiefs are only getting one holiday this year, not every single one like it seemed last season. But it'll be, great matchups all around. Obviously, you got the Cowboys, that divisional game in the NFC East, Chiefs, Bills, which is basically a rivalry at this point. At least some people think so. And then Rams, Packers should be cinema as well. So looking forward to all these games.
Yeah, they always do a very good job of doing these schedules. And I think it's because the rivalries are so entrenched in the NFL and the days are so entrenched, it's kind of like hard to mess it up. So everyone's excited. Everyone's always talking smack already. So let's go.
It's funny because you would think this happens every single season going into the NFL, that you go, oh, they set these matchups up and oh, they're going to be awesome. And all the 2 or 3 of these fucking games for some reason randomly are going to be dog shit. Like, I don't know why, but somebody's going to get hurt. Somebody's going to get a season-ending injury. And like a couple of these teams are going to just completely fall off a platter. So this is a fun activity before we jump into today. If you had to choose one of these games, either Christmas Day or Thanksgiving, and I'll kind of flip-flop between the two as you guys are looking at them, which one do you think has the chance to be just absolute garbage viewership?
Bills,
so you
Broncos.
got this
one? Because the Broncos are taking a major step back.
I like that take.
Maybe I'll go with the Christmas Eve game. I think that could be messy because both these teams have been relatively good for a few years here, but they have a lot of criticisms being heaped on them all the time. And it's like in the NFL for year to year, you see so much change, and it's like, yeah, we expect these teams to be good, but things fall off real quick in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Eagles-Texans take. Especially if A.J. Brown does indeed moving on from the Eagles. Who knows what that team's going to look like next year? I'll go just to be – go ahead.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say, just to be different, where's the one I was going to talk about? Oh, Rams-Seahawks. What if we all kind of – Danny was the first one on this. I'll never forget riding away from the Super Bowl in the fucking $100 million Uber leaving Santa Clara. And Danny was sitting there going, I think the Seahawks are going to suck next year. They're going to be terrible. They're going to stink. And he explained a bunch of reasons why he thought they were going to be bad. And as I thought about it more, and we've talked about it on various shows, they might be bad this year after they lost a bunch of pieces as well. And maybe the Rams are good, but hell, what if Matthew Stafford gets hurt or something? And they got to trot out fucking Ty Simpson that they obviously all really wanted to draft. So maybe that game turns into poo-poo caca. Watch it be the banger of the year. Could be Beast McNeese. I don't know. Chat, what do you guys think? Which one has a chance to be? Because one of them's going to suck, or multiple. It just always ends up being that way.
Depends if the Bears are good or not. Now, I think that Chiefs-Bills game is in Buffalo on Thanksgiving. I think the graphic had it at Arrowhead, but I believe that game's going to be in Buffalo from what I'm reading.
In their new stadium. They got a new stadium this year, too. CJ Stroud is Butte. We shall see. Also,
hey, he's in the gym. Did you guys see he's lifting weights all of a sudden? I hate when athletes do that because it's like, my guy,
big dog.
What were you doing before? Now you're posting this?
I mean, I get it. Like, you're posting
bar is low,
but like that's good job, dude. You're doing your off-season program.
Like I've never posted that I'm labbing for the show or I'm labbing for plays. If I do that. Posted it now, it'd just be weird.
What's wrong with that? But there's like for people.
I think it's a little different.
No, it's a little different, but you get what I'm saying. It's like it's a given at this point. You should be lifting weights, CJ. You can't just be the sad cornrowed guy in the corner all the time.
Correct.
He does have a sad boy face, man. But it's like
sad face.
People don't applaud me for posting a picture about like that I'm labbing in a certain situation. Like they don't go, wow, he's doing such a good job doing his job he's supposed to be doing.
No, it creates conversation. People start asking you what you're doing that day. That's why I think it's even more funny with these athletes because people don't go, oh, look at him, he's doing good. They go, oh, he's locked in now. He's gonna have such a great season. It's like my brother in Christ. He should have been lifting weights since he was 16. He's a pro athlete.
This is true. This is very true. Accurate. Yeah, well, we got a lot of time to talk. Oh, also, if the Titans lose to the Jets in week 1, you won't hear from me for a week. It's begun. Titans lore.
I thought you were going to say you would cut your hair, but you already did that.
I already did that. I'm hoping that maybe that was the change that we needed, Shags.
Fair. Switch up the feng shui. I get it.
Yeah, exactly. Let's swing from football. Let's talk about what we saw last night, guys. We had... What a name. Okay. I know why he's that name. Okay, fair enough. Let's talk about what we saw last night. We'll get Chef up here who just joined us. Chef T from the house. No, I'm good. Thanks, B-Dot. You don't want to see that. Definitely do not want to see that. Although maybe you do want to see that, but I don't want to see that.
I feel like the taller you are, the more unsettling it is if you're like shaved head. I don't know why.
Just say scary.
Yeah.
I have a fine head for like being buzz cut, but like being bald would. I have really big eyebrows. Like my eyebrows would be like way more dominant if I was just straight up bald, dude. Like, it would not be a fun time. Like, look at these things. Look at those caterpillars.
Yeah,
man.
you do have the eyebrows of a Middle Easterner.
Yeah, you don't want to see this Q-tip on top. Anywho, last night. Now, boys, we got a game tomorrow. We're going to talk about this with B. But Shags, as you are now an honorary NBA fan with us, Pistons, dead, Cavs, good. Neither are true for me. But what do you guys think? Are you worried about this Piston squad losing in Cleveland in Game 6 and this being over in 6? Or do you think we get a Game 7?
So go ahead.
Yeah, I do think that the Cavaliers, they learned a lot from that Raptors series. They learned how to play defense, how to throw haymakers, how to really come together as a locker room. And I do think that Jalen Duren has been absolutely hurt. The Pistons team really does rely on the fast break, and that's kind of always going to be slowed down once we get into the playoffs. And on top of that, Jalen Duren, it's been really talked about that he's losing 9 points a game compared to his regular season stats. It's because really they were really quick to get into their actions. Even when they weren't in the fast break, they're going to get into their pick and roll. Duren's going to catch it on the short roll near the free throw line, catch it on the move, and really just use his athleticism to finish over top guys. Those opportunities are quickly dwindling away here in this series. Teams are figuring out that if you slow down the Pistons, that they have really hard time creating offense. They're relying on the guy like Duncan Robinson to create assist opportunities, and the other guys like Holland and Thompson are very young, inexperienced with ball handling duties. So I do think that the Cavaliers, this is your series to win. And I said it before, when they beat the Raptors, going into the deep waters with them would serve them later. And clearly it has, as they are ready to take on an elite defense. And we're seeing Donovan Mitchell finally wake up here. So I'll just kind of cheat and go into the first bet that I had for today. I had this booked already, plus 475. I actually took OKC to defeat. Oh, that's wrong. I'm going to put that down. OKC to defeat Cleveland in the NBA Finals for plus 475. I do think that what I've seen from the Cavaliers has been impressive. That coaching staff has seen this team win rounds before. We've seen coaches poached from that staff and have a lot of success. So I do think that the Cleveland Cavaliers are about to take a step here. They've looked great, and I do think that this is our finals.
Wow. Was not expecting that.
Yeah, you lobbed me up a softball. I was very much ready to talk about this.
I can tell. It's kind of a win-win for me because we get a chance to possibly see Donovan Mitchell for the first time ever in the Eastern Conference Finals in the conference finals in his professional career, which a guy that is widely liked across the league, superstar caliber player. Hard to think that he's not going to take advantage of this opportunity back at home.
This is on the other hand, consistently dropping 50 in the playoffs. His numbers are stacking up against all-time legends, and we're kind of letting it go to the wayside for whatever reason.
On the other hand, I really like the Pistons, especially Cade. But it's one of those situations, too, where like the Pistons are going to get better around Cade in the offseason and just run it back again next year. They have a bona fide young stud superstar who's 23 years old that they can build around. So I feel like this is an opportunity for, as you said, for the Cavs to finally take advantage of if they lose tomorrow and then they lose Game 7, I could see them blowing everything up in the offseason. Like you said, though, if they win tomorrow, go to the conference finals, maybe even get to the finals, then you can maybe run it back again next year and think about how you want to just supplement that roster. It's funny how it can flip so quickly on one particular performance or experience. However, I like the Pistons tomorrow. I think they cover, and I think they win outright. And I do think we get 7, but
that'd be great. But you haven't
dove deep into it yet, but
we talk about this on All Sauce all the time. It's like with basketball, especially, you gotta lose before you win. We saw it with the Celtics before they finally hosted Larry. Like, that's just how it has to be. Yeah, since November, the Pistons have been atop the Eastern Conference, but it just feels like the older veteran team with a really good coaching staff is going to be able to grind this one out, in my opinion. So I'm excited to see the rest of this shake out. So I'm pumped for tomorrow. I'm sad we don't have any games today.
I know, me too. Me too. But hey, at least we get 2 tomorrow. That's the best part. Shags, what did you think? Did you watch any of that game last night, or did you just kind of have scoreboard watching and you were watching the hockey?
No, I was just scoreboard watching. But you mentioned, stuff flipping real quickly, and the pressure has certainly flipped to the Pistons. Down 3-2 now, going back to Cleveland. The Cavs finally figured out how to do it on the road, but what I'm seeing is, Sook got me all excited because I saw his bet in there and I thought he was on the same freaking side as me, but he's not. Because look, the Cavs and the Pistons, they're going toe-to-toe with each other. The Cavs just went toe-to-toe with the Raptors. Pistons went toe-to-toe with the Pistons. Guess what the Knicks did? They swept through Philly. They are sitting at home, resting, ready to go. I have parlayed the Knicks and the Canes both to win the Eastern Conference in their respective leagues. Plus 106, best number I found, but I don't see either of these teams knocking off the Knicks. I don't see either of these teams knocking off Carolina in the 2 hockey games that we'll talk about tonight. But they're in the same situation, the Carolina Hurricanes. They're sitting at home, resting up for the Eastern Conference Finals while whoever they're going to play is still playing hockey, still playing basketball, tiring out those legs. And I think that's really going to help these two teams. So I think it's the Canes' year to maybe do it all, and I think the Knicks finally get back to the NBA Finals as well. So plus 106, Sook. Sorry, brother.
Hey, let's not forget, I'm a generational Knicks hater, and I wager very irresponsibly.
This bet you put down was purely Nick hate. That's what that was.
I smiled once the bet was placed.
You're like, I don't care if it wins.
Got a real hit of dopamine there.
Yeah. All right. Well, speaking of making you smile, let's bring up our special guest joining us today.
Let's go, Garrett.
Jeffrey. What's up, Fatso? How you doing?
What's up, goats? Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Sir.
I called you Fatso because that was your name today, not because I think that you're obese.
Right.
I'm curious as to what the origin is.
Right.
Sure. Is it because you like Schwarby Dooby Doo today? Is that why you're naming yourself that?
You're damn right. We got a 3-leg gagger lay. I posted early as a morning coffee lay. I got Luke Rayleigh, Tanya, who avoided because he didn't start. That's okay. Jordan Walker and Fatso. Everybody went. We're just waiting on him.
Kyle Schwarber chat is who he's actually discussing. And I can't wait for you to text us later if he goes 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and you get really mad about it. And
it's gonna happen. I can't wait. But I don't tell people to cash out because I'm not in charge of their money because they're all adults. We're all adults. But there's a 15x cash out, so we'll see what happens. It actually might get rained out and voided out. So whatever.
That's a bummer.
I guess it's raining in Boston, but yeah.
Oh, that's a bummer.
You know what's weird? I love cashing out and then checking if the bet hit and then seeing that it didn't hit and you cashed out. There's a unique satisfaction with that.
I don't think I've actually ever cashed out a bet. And that's
really
horribly irresponsible and very bad advice. I'm prefacing saying that because that is not what you should do or whatever. I don't fucking know, but I placed the bet for a reason. That's it.
The thing about
math, Shaggy, I can't do that.
The thing about cashing out is always the case if you look at the number and you feel like that money's going to change with the situation at that point for you, then take it. Otherwise, as Shag said, you hedge or you let it ride.
Or hedge. Yeah, I've
It is tough. It's tough with a home run lay though. I mean, because there's hardly ever a two-sided home run bet. Exactly.
Yeah,
no one offers a two-way market on that anymore, which is BS.
Yeah. It's I've certainly hedged plenty of times, but never cashed out. So we'll see what happens. But that was one of my picks tonight. But what are you guys talking about? There's so many things to talk about.
Chat, do you guys see Slick's face? He's still remembering fondly over that moment he cashed out and watched the bet lose. Look at his face. Look at him. Look at his face. He's going down memory lane, or he's thinking about when he faded the Knicks earlier.
It just happened the other day. I had a half unit on something, and then it was like to cash out. It was like 3 units. I cashed out immediately. My wife was sitting next to me. She was like, "What is wrong with you?" And I was literally like, "Josh Hart is not getting a double-double." And then he finished with 14 and 9, and that's exactly what happened. And I was so fucking smug, Like that's a different level of asshole.
I'm so smart. I know what I'm doing. That's incredible. Chef, we haven't gotten into the bets for tonight yet, but we were gabbing about what we saw last night in the Cleveland Pistons game. Did you want to give any insight on that? And then we can start talking about tonight. I know you've got some baseball, obviously, with Kyle Schwarber, but then if you have anything on the ice or in the WNBA, love to hear it. But if you had any thoughts on last night, let us know.
Oh, no thoughts on last night. We look ahead. To be honest, I don't even know what happened last night. I'm sorry.
That's okay. No worries. Well, do you want to give us your favorite plays?
Last night?
The Cavs won in overtime. One on the road, finally.
I've been so balls deep in this fucking app. It's been insane. So I'm sorry if I don't know what.
Do you have a couple of your favorites before we love you and leave you? Because I know you're going to have to get out of here.
I actually started delving into WNBA. There was a lot of day baseball today, so but I do like Schwarber tonight. Obviously, if it doesn't get rained out, I love Devers. And for the Cubs game, I've got a little. It's plus 710, but Dansby Swanson.
Okay.
He's not your. Yeah, I know. He's not your typical home run hitter, but it's Sale, and he's got actually a good matchup. And Sale when he gives up a home run, it's against right-handed hitters who hit fastball really well. And what Dansby Swanson is doing is, as long as he gets a fastball, which is I think 36% of the time, we'll see what happens. He gets a hold of it, and his exit velo is really great, like late. And so I like Dansby for a home run tonight. The air is actually blowing out too, so as long as there's like a good pull.
Hi, Naya.
Say hi. Naya, say hi. Good
hi.
job.
Hi. She likes Swanson too. She heard Swanson. She came running.
Yeah, and then Devers as well. Devers hog. Absolutely love Devers.
Chad, he said that in front of his daughter, so
I know. Yeah. And then I text you a bunch of plays from the WNBA.
Yeah.
So if you pair Devers, Schwarber if they play, and a.
Did you get my response? I texted you back.
You sent a bunch, and then I got distracted with other stuff. But
it's okay. Just say you don't love me. It's all right. I get it.
I know. And Marine Johannes, is that how you pronounce the last name?
Johannes, baby, get on the Johannes train.
Cooking.
It
was minus 118 earlier. It's minus 130 now. 15 points. You can take her threes. You're going to get more value on 4 threes because 3 threes is too juicy for me. Minus 158. But I do. Oh, you got 112 for 14.5 points. Yep, love it. And then as well, Bridget Carlton, 15 points. That's plus money, plus 140. I do like that. So I'm delving a little bit into the WNBA. Obviously, it's still early. These players have only played a couple games. They're kind of getting in the new rhythm, new routine of things. But I like those 2 plays. They're actually playing in the same game at night. It's the nightcap 9 p.m. So
they just played as well, and the Fire won shockingly against the Liberty. So it will be a bit of a get-back spot for the Liberty, and the Fire got their first win of the WNBA season as an expansion team. Just because we'll get to the rest of my plays later, but I do like Bridget too. I took her threes though. I got a better number on this, over 1.5, minus 135. Another player who was a part of the expansion draft has her chance to be the A1 player. We're seeing Marina Maybury take advantage in the Toronto Tempo, she's been fucking awesome. And Carlton's the same. She hit 3 and 5 threes in her last 2, hit 5 in her last game against the Liberty. I think 2+ is great if you want to go with the points, like Chef said. Great play too, either way, whichever you get better value on. Before we love you and leave you, because we got to get to Betsky. And I know you've got dad duties to do. But speaking of dad, if you don't want to be a dad anymore, the World Cup in Toronto are giving out these condoms to people right before to honor the World Cup. Which one are you choosing?
Oh my God! What is this serious? This is
a real thing. 100% real.
This is happening.
Oh my God! I mean, peaches and cream. That's a joke. The peaches and cream is a joke.
That's real. It's real, Chef. I promise.
Oh my God! That's insane. how are the other ones like soccer based, and that one's just like
the little eggplant has soccer balls.
Yeah.
Are you
Literally soccer balls?
Literally.
I think it looks like something Sook would make and be like, which one's the real one? Which one's the fake one?
These are all real that you can get in Toronto.
That's insane.
I promise, Chef. I had to look it up to make sure it wasn't a
how is
troll.
there one with a soccer ball, hearts on laces, a guy kicking the ball, the Canadian emblem, and then I don't want to say it out loud, but dick and ass?
No, it's peaches and cream, you vulgar man.
No, it's not.
They're emojis.
Yeah, is that
Wow.
for rear end?
I mean, I'm picking the peaches and cream. If it's real, I'm picking the peaches and cream.
I promise you it's real. I'll send you the tweet. I promise you it's real. Oh man. All right, love you, dude. Have a great rest of your day.
All right, love you, boys.
Have a fantastic Thursday. We will see you on the weekend. Enjoy the day, peaches and cream. And go
All right,
Fatso.
thanks, guys. Go Fatso.
Later, buddy.
Fatso. Schwarbomb.
Oh man, he is too funny.
Sure, bomb. I feel like I had to get the context for the Fatso thing. Otherwise, people think I'm calling Chef fat. Betsky, are you ready? We do have Betsky for Where in the World is Gretzky Betskys. But his camera's not on at the moment. Oh yeah, we're ready. Oh, he's
We got the thumb.
It's this man. Up
chat.
to
We
it.
just got the thumb. Everybody's favorite Thursday. You get Chef first, and then where in the world is Gretzky Betskys? Where you at, big dog? Oh, he's in the pool. Yeah.
It's swimming
bud.
season, baby.
Let's go. How you doing, buddy? Oh, look at that.
Doing good. Rays are out. Guns are out.
Oh, yes.
We're in the pool. First swim of the year.
First one?
Let's go.
So hot
Yeah.
there, dude. Why is this the first one?
We got a diving pool, so our pool actually stays pretty chill. It's kind of cold right now.
But see,
I don't always do the tank top. It's for the warmth right now. Oh, and I do have the BNN.
yes. Oh my God, we
Oh,
gotta
of
bring
course.
these. We gotta bring these back.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
You are the solitary owner of Betting News Trunks. Those are the best thing in the world.
Oh yeah.
Hey, dude. So tell us about the ice tonight. I mean, I know you're in the regular pond, but what's going to happen?
Yeah,
in the frozen
yeah.
pond?
This pond ain't freezing tonight, but we can talk about other frozen ponds. And man, these Canadian Sabres and Duck Vegas games have been great. So found some nice looking props. One I highlighted in the scribbles was Mike Matheson of the Canadians. Buffalo just keeps on leaking to defensemen, and he is playing top pairing minutes right now. He needs 2 shots for plus 115. That's too good for me. He's only hit in 2 of the 4 games so far this series. He had 3 hits against Tampa. I love it. He's getting more minutes than he was in the Tampa series. Ice time's going up. Hudson is now stapled to Dobson. Give me Mike Matheson for 2 shots. I think that's an easy plus money cash.
Love it, dude. Yeah, both of these series, as you mentioned, have just been rip roaring. What are we doing in the Ducks VGK game?
I saw Austin in there, so let's go for a duck there. Beckett Seneca has been unbelievable. Quack, quack, quack. His point looks great, minus 125, but if you want to get greedy with it, staple 2 shots or 3 shots to it. I took 3 for plus 200. Thought that value is too good. He has a goal in 4 straight games. I don't know if he'll be able to get that again for his 5th in a row, but not a terrible look either. Paling is out, so he's now with Granlund, who I think is a better setup man for him. So I think that will help him shoot more. So yeah, I'm just going to go Seneca point here. Goal doesn't look bad, and I do really like his 3 shots. If you want to water it down, like the pool, you can just do 2 shots.
Just water it down like the water you're surrounded by.
Yeah.
All right, before you get out of here, I have a play that I want you to roll with me on because you're part of the reason why I ended up taking it. Because I told you on Puckett on Tuesday that I've been doing putting 2 guys together for points and doing the juicy route to get him to plus money. You convinced me though today to add a 2 SOG guy into the mix. So I'm taking Newhook for 2+ shots, and I'm taking Marner
I love that.
for a point for plus 116. Mitch didn't get the job done last game.
No,
And we're
but
going straight back to him. And Newhook's just been too good, man. You talked about it on Tuesday. Straight back to him at the 2+ price. It's minus 160-ish. So you got to parlay them together. I think you're getting good plus money here. So
I love that.
Let's go. Let's go. Dude. God, you're just the best human being of all time. I love you so much. Look at this guy, chat. Come on, how can you not love Betsky?
This is why Betsky always says, when I grow up, I want to be like Betsky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The locks are getting long, brother. You got some lettuce
very
back
long.
there.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Love it.
He's trying to see, I cut my hair. Betsy's growing it back out for the people.
Me and Shaggy need to keep the locks going and BNN.
It's the playoff flow.
The playoff.
Tie our ponytails together next meetup.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, hair docking.
Hair docking, indeed. All right, dude. Well, great stuff, man. Enjoy the games tonight. Go out of the freezing cold pool. Don't be too chilly.
Okay. See you guys.
See you later, bud. Take it easy. He was literally struggling there at the end, I think, to not feel like freezing cold. Good God.
I mean, it's not quite triple digits down there in Phoenix, so it could be a little chilly.
It's triple digits. It's just his pool is like chilled. Like it keeps it at
him.
Yeah, right.
His pool is for when the earth is on fire.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is legit what is happening around his house right now. Well, there you go. There's Betsky's plays on the ice. I gave you one of mine, kind of the cross little parlays action I've been doing, kind of flipped around. Shags, what do you think about these two games tonight? These series have been awesome, really good both ways, whichever way you want to take it. Knights looking to lock this series up tonight in Anaheim. We're going to find out who's going to take a 3-2 lead back in Montreal as well. What are you liking in both of these games?
Yeah, I couldn't quite get to the counter with anything in the Eastern Conference game. I'm leaning with the under, if anything, because I do think these games just kind of been tighter, and we've seen both offenses explode. So I would expect some defensive adjustments and make it a little tougher for these teams to get shots off, especially with UPL staying in net for the Sabres. He's been a wall this playoff. So leaning with the under there, probably not going to take it. But in the other game, I am taking Mr. Carter Hart over his saves, over 26.5 at minus 105. This is a number he's cleared in 7 of 11 this postseason and 3 of 5 against the Ducks this series. He's averaging about 26.5 per postseason, but that's with a game where he only had 8 saves against the Utah Mammoth. You take that outlier out of there, that number's up above 28 for his average this postseason. Plus, the Ducks have absolutely been ripping the puck, 30.6 shots on goal per game this series. That number's up to 31.3 in the playoffs in total. So give me Carter Hart to, square up, make himself a wall, get over his saves, over 26.5, expecting 30 shots from the Ducks. That should be enough to get us there.
Let's go. Got any leans on sides for either one of these games?
I just keep going back to Vegas. I can't really see the Ducks winning this series, so I just think Vegas is at least going to finish it out. If not tonight, in Game 7 back in Sin City. As far as the Canadiens and Sabres, I really can't get a feel for that. But either are going to get demolished by Carolina, so it doesn't matter.
Let's go.
So did you say in the beginning of the show that you had plays in these games? Or did
I
you just say
did.
You're excited for the games?
I did take 2 money lines on both sides. Quick, Anaheim, they were very impressive. I think they will continue to be impressive. I've talked about this before. They are just like this refreshing mix of young players ready to make the leap and veterans that have been kind of cast aside that they picked up and put on their roster. I love that they beat Edmonton, and I do think that cannot be discounted. They beat a team that went to the finals twice in a row, and I do think that room internally is talking about the fact of, hey, let's take another step. Let's not just rest on our laurels and act like beating Edmonton was the accomplishment of the season. So I went with Ducks money line. Hopefully we get another game there. And then the other one I went with Montreal Canadiens money line. I don't know if you guys remember this, but in the COVID season, this team went to the finals with an interim coach. Coach missed games because of COVID. Everything was kind of weird. Some of these young guys are still on the roster. The Canadiens are actually the youngest team left in the NHL playoffs. Yeah, we're all excited for the Sabres, and the Sabres fan base is fantastic and this and that, but I do feel like Montreal is a team that is becoming a team of destiny. Martin St. Louis was a Tampa Bay Lightning player, Tampa Bay Lightning legend. He won a cup with them, but he lost against, like, the Montreal Canadiens lost against them in 2001, and now here he is being named the head coach. He took down his team in the first round, and now I do feel that this team, which was the last team to get to the Stanley Cup Finals as a Canadian team, also the last Canadian team to win the Stanley Cup Finals, I think that this is a team of destiny, so I want to support them. So I went with Montreal Canadiens money line as well, because there's too much at stake here. You win this game, you go back to the Bell Center, and now the larger hockey world is becoming aware of how much aura goes in with playing at the Bell Center. 19,000 people absolutely losing their minds. You have the TikToks with Dobesh out there, and I do think that Montreal has become the team of destiny for the Canadians. I never wanted to cheer for the Oilers when they got this deep, but I'm putting all of my effort and attention behind Caulfield, behind Suzuki. All of these guys are so young, so small, and a guy like Martin St. Louis can tell them, like, hey, guys on the back end, you're 5'9", guys on the front end, you're 5'9". I was 5'9". I did everything I could. We won a championship. So I just think that this is a narrative-based play for me, and I'm super excited to see what the Canadians do the rest of the way here.
Okay, 2 money lines in both of those games. Also, real quick, you're going to need that Canadian condom after all that.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to need that one after that bias.
Huge bias.
Huge bias for the huge condom. Yeah. No, I think it makes sense. I lean kind of with the Habs too. Don't know about the other game. I could see VGK closing the door tonight, but I like the angle on taking the more desperate team at home, maybe forcing Game 7. I think that might be the move there. I have props in this one, and then we'll spend the rest of the show talking some hoops, and then we and some diamond, and then we'll cook. Didn't know if we were going to fill the hour, lads. As per usual. You thought condoms for 20 minutes. We'll see what happens.
I can do it for 30.
Sure. I need to up those numbers, big dog. As I said, the first one. Oh, now I can't find it. There we go. This one's the first one. Alex Newhook, 2+ SOGs, little juiced, and parlaying with Marner point. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, chat. I did a half unit on this, and then I did a half unit on one with Eichel for a point because I couldn't decide between Eichel and Marner. Marner burned me last game, so I'm going straight back to him. Eichel's been awesome. So I kind of mixed and matched, but I'm giving you guys Marner point for the also better plus money. They're both plus money, but this one's plus 116. In the Ducks game, though, I really like this as a straight. You're getting plus money value on here. Cutter Gauthier, 4+ SOGs, plus 110 is the value here. Again, don't play this on the blue book, chat. Play it at our friends at Lucky Rebel. Play it at any other book besides the blue book because you'll get past that 60-minute line. And tonight could be one of those nights that we see some overtime. He's hit this line in 3 of the 5 games of this series. He's hit it in back-to-back games. But, guys, this is about the attempts. The attempts have been off the charts for Gauthier, 13, 9, 6, 11, and 8 in every game in this series. He has been ripping the puck, and there could be situations where maybe they're down a goal, maybe they're down multiple goals in this game, and he's going to have to be out there ripping. So I think you're getting a good plus money price on the 4+ for Gauthier. You can also take maybe the 3+, water it down a little bit, and parlay it with something else that Betsky talked about or something else one of these guys talked about if you want to go that way too. But, yeah, Gauthier, 4 shots, and then Newhook and Marner for the little parlay.
I like Newhook. He's been ripping.
He's been ripping, dude. You can get you can also take the 2+ is minus 170. The 3+ is like plus 130. I mean, he's had 3+ in every game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you want to go that direction and not have to parlay it with something, that's fine too. Betsky turned me onto that when we talked about it on Tuesday, and that was free queso. He scored a goal, first goal, and then just kept shooting. All right, I'll do the WNBA real quickly, and then we'll talk some baseball with our friends at Betalytics with their play of the day. I know, Shags, you got some diamond as well, and then we'll cook, and we'll pass it off to the other diamond lads to send you off. Chef talked about a couple plays that I like. 2 games in the WNBA tonight. As chat just mentioned, we will have the W returning to the channel. So excited to have it back on Sunday. It will be every Sunday for you guys. We will have me and our special new co-host, who we have not quite announced yet, but that will happen later this week. That will be joining us to give you the WNBA stuff every Sunday. If you look at the Sunday slates, chat, they're always very spicy. We're going to break them down with you guys every Sunday. It's going to be fun. Tonight, though, boys, Wings taking on the Lynx. Going to be a really fun game. Both these games are going to be good. The Wings, obviously, been talked about a lot with Beckers and company getting rocking and rolling to start the season. Minnesota Lynx have maybe the story of the WNBA season so far in Olivia Miles. And I'm going straight to her. Give me Olivia Miles over 26.5 PRA. She's been playing substantial minutes. She has been cooking in the rebound department, in the assist department, and in scoring. She's making it look like that she has played in the dub her entire life. And she's only a two games into her rookie career. It's been fantastic. This is also an opportunity for her. Narrative Sook, listen up, big dog. This is also an opportunity for her to say, hey, motherfucker, you should have drafted me number 1 overall. You shouldn't have waited. Now she might get out there and ball. So I like that. I think Paige Beckers is going to have a good game too. But the other narrative play that I like in this game, I like this a lot. Jessica Shepard, over 10.5 points. You can take the PRA if you want. She's been really good rebounding and facilitating, but this is Jessica Shepard's first opportunity as a wing to play against her former team, the team that drafted her, the team she's played for 5 seasons in the WNBA in the Minnesota Lynx. She's been great on the wings so far to start the season, and I think that she's going to continue to do that. So the 10.5 points feels too low. I think that she could flirt with 15. I like the double-double too if you can play that at a really nice plus money price, or the PR as well as a good look. Any way you want to take it. But I would think Jessica Shepard's going to get out there and score. So 10.5 points just feels too low for me. In the second game, as Chef said earlier, this is the Liberty taking on the Portland Fire. Fire got a huge – I said to you guys when we talked about this in the last show. Remember how I said the Liberty, they're probably going to dog walk the Fire. I don't want to touch them. What happened? Fire went outright, which shows me. However, today, boys, it's an 11.5 point spread towards the Liberty. So again, it tells you a little bit about the Liberty might want to get their lick back tonight. Now, I don't want to touch anything to do with that, but you got to think that the Liberty are going to come out here and play better basketball. That's not to say that the Portland Fire haven't been really good, though. And Chef touched on the 2 things that I liked. I love Johannes. I'm going to keep taking this until they move it up higher. The 2.5 threes, if you want to go that direction, is a little juice. The 4+ is plus money. You can take it that direction. She has been hucking from deep. Only hit 3 in the last game, but I like the points better. Just take her points 15+ for the playable price. And then, as we talked about earlier, Bridget Carlton finally is the A1 option on this Portland Fire team. If they're going to stick around in this game, she's going to have to score. The 1.5 threes was too good to pass up. I like the points too, if you want to go that direction. But again, I kind of lean with the Liberty to, get back to business after maybe dropping the ball the other day. But maybe this is just the Portland Fire showing that they're going to be a good team this year. I don't know. We'll find out. But yeah, 4 props for you guys in the dub if you would like to dabble.
All right, here's what I'm noticing.
Yes.
The WNBA also has these stupid home and homes.
Yes.
Literally just played at Portland 2 days ago.
It's weird that they're doing it to start the fucking
Portland.
Season, though. That's really strange.
What the hell?
Guys, it's travel based. It's nice for the team. It's camaraderie. You get to stay 3 nights somewhere, same hotel, team dinners. It's an opportunity if you know what you're doing, leading a locker room.
I'm gonna figure out some way to track home and homes next NBA season and prove that they're shitty. That's gonna be my hypothesis.
You can then send those to the league office and see if you get a response.
Exactly.
Actually, don't tell the league office. Just tell us, and we'll cook.
Exactly. Cook. Yeah, this line moved a lot since earlier, Stifler. So I apologize. Wow. I got it this morning. Okay. Baseball. Do we want to hop in the Betalytics lab to start off, and then Shags, you can take us home and tuck us in with your plays?
For show. To the lab.
I'm going to get that for show. Hey, Dexter. Let's jump in the lab.
Oh, boy. Wonder what they're going to get into today. Uh-oh. Back to the lab again. Oh, no. Back to the lab again. We messed up. Back to the lab again. Not again. Back to the lab again. Uh-oh. I gotta stay till I die.
Back to Reliable Chat. Back to the lab again with our friends at Betalytics, and we're going with one of the hottest hitters in baseball. Matt Olson, 2+ hits, runs, and RBI. Shop around and find the best available price, -115 that you can see right there. And our friends at Betalytics absolutely love it. Taking on Ben Brown on the bump for the Cubs, who is a righty, and Matt Olson has been smoking right-handed pitching this season. 10 home runs, lots of RBI, hitting over 300 against righties this year. I think he has a good opportunity to do so. Also down in Atlanta in Truist Park. Isn't it Truist Park? Isn't that where Atlanta plays? All right, now. Wind is soaring out to left field. It is nice and sunny and hot, as Patch probably knows, as it's right around his stomping grounds. I think it has an opportunity possibly to hit a ding-dong as well. So you guys know, as V says, of course I took the home run. Give me the +300 home run. I like the HRR as well. And as I said, our friends at Betalytics absolutely love it. Everything in their advanced data and their advanced models, love his hit, love his RBI, love his HRR, love his total bases, even the sprinkle on the home run. So you can take the bases if you want for a plus money price, or you can roll with me and take the 2 HRR and the ding dong. You can get plays like this and so much more with the deep dives that you can do with the models at Betalytics. Promo code BNews, 5 days for free. Chat, if you don't do anything else, walk away from it like this. Free stuff for 5 days. Set yourself a little alarm. Go to Betalytics.com. BNews promo code. Then you get a chance to dive into the data for 5 days. You can come back and you can tell us, wow, SBJ, that was a shitty thing that you told us to do. I did not use it at all and I didn't like it. And I'll say, sorry, but it didn't cost you anything because you just got to try it out for free. And then if you love it on the other side of things, you can go, wow, SBJ, wow, Shags, wow, Sook, wow, Kaufman down below. That was the best decision I've ever made. I can do it for a full month and get 25% off my subscription. Either way. And then you can yell at me for not telling you about it earlier. It's a win-win. I don't know what else you want.
To yell at him either way.
See, Chags, this is the thing. Chat, if you want an excuse to yell at me, this is an opportunity to do it either way. Sook doesn't like that, though, but it's okay. Matt Olson, go get it. Here's the QR code if you want to get involved with our friends at Betalytics. You guys know the deal. B News, pay for tools, not picks. Do we like Olson? Do you have any plays in this game, Shags? Braves?
Not in this one, no.
Cubs?
But I can get behind Matt Olson.
I mean, chalky best hitter in baseball at the moment. Why not?
That's okay.
You know.
No problem.
Oh, relax, Kaufman. How's the Red Sox doing, huh? Okay.
No, you mean
hey! Don't say that.
Speaking of that, softball?
Don't say that, because assuming it doesn't get rained out, we're on the Red Sox. First 5 money line tonight. Plus money for this, +105. Phillies and Red Sox going head to head at Fenway Park here in about 45 minutes. Again, assuming the weather stays all right. But the Red Sox, they hit lefties much better than Phillies. 2 southpaws on the bump tonight. Philadelphia just 232 as a team, just 205 on the road and 215 against lefties. They face Ranger Suarez, actually their former teammate, Ranger Suarez, who has clearly been around these guys and knows what they like, knows what they don't like. I think he's going to have a little advantage tonight on the mound. As for the Red Sox, 236 average up to 271 against left-handed pitching. They face Jesus Luzardo coming off a very rough outing, 5 earned runs in just 3 innings against the Rockies. In his last 2 starts, he's allowed home runs in each, including 14 hits and 8 earned runs in just 9.1 innings. So I like the Red Sox to start out hot, even though they haven't been too great at home. But plus money on that first 5 money line. Push potential there, too. Give me the Red Sox to win the first 5 innings.
So if they're tied, you still win your bet, or you get your money back?
Push, yeah. First 5 money lines actually do have push potential. If you bet you could bet the +0.5 if you wanted a win with a push, but that was a lot juicier. But yeah, first 5 money lines that'll push if we're tied.
I don't think I ever knew that. Has that always been the case? Interesting.
I believe so.
I don't even have baseball on my book. I keep looking, but like when I drop down the menu, there's like nothing there. It's really weird.
Crazy, Suckman. Crazy.
Yeah.
Suckman. Why?
Do I need to update the app or like what's going on?
Yeah.
I would just call customer service,
Don't get this man.
Maybe take it right up to the Prime Minister, actually.
Don't get him don't get him on the line with customer service again. You'll never hear the end of it. All right. Anything else on the diamond? Is that it?
Yeah, actually, in the late game, I'll make it real quick. We got the Dodgers hosting the Giants. Dodgers trying to even out this series. 2-1, they're down in this 4-game series. And I really like the pitcher. I really like Emmett Sheehan. And you can get his Ks over 5.5, 6+ Ks, about -130 was the best line I found. I went and got a little greedy and just parlayed it with the Dodgers to win at +150. The Giants, they don't strike out all that often, so I'm not going to sell you on their stats, but Sheehan's been shoving, averaging 1.22 Ks per inning this year. He gets much better splits at home, sub 4.0 ERA, a whip of 1.19. He's gone over this number in 5 of his 7 starts this year, and all 4 at home. 6 Ks is way too low. He has had games with 7, 8, and 10 in his last 3 overall. So again, I think we're getting it at a discount. Didn't want to pay the juice just because the Giants don't strike out very often. But if he's shoving, the Dodgers are probably getting the job done. So give me a little same game parlay out in LA tonight.
I like it. I like the value too. Also, you smell that, chat? Emmett Sheehan, 6 strikeouts. Smells like a parlay leg, I think.
Absolutely.
Take us home and tuck us in piece. Chat, boys down below, can you guys just nod your heads if you like this play for us to put it in the parlay? I mean, we're putting it in regardless of if you nod your heads. But
they're too nice. They're not going to shake their heads anyways.
That's fair.
Danny.
The question is, does Mona like it? It's the most important thing.
Absolutely.
Mona likes it. We got the thumbs up. Okay. Is that your favorite between the Red Sox again starts in like 45 minutes. That's why
and I mean it also might get rained out. As of an hour ago, it was gonna be fine. But yeah, let's go with Sheehan.
Okay, Sheehan 5.5. You could take the 7, 6.5 for +120, but let's be smart. This is just all about smart stuff today, chat. Be smart, you know?
Be safe.
Be safe. Be smart.
Choose strings attached if you're married.
Oh, please show this to your wife later. Please.
I might have to.
Okay.
I might have to.
All right.
She'll be proud of me.
She will be. Just the image. You don't have to show the
Such a
clip. Just the
wholesome
image.
boy.
What do you expect? Midwest, baby.
See, this is how Shaq gets you, chat. This is the guys. NHL.
I love Carter Hart saves.
Okay. I'll get behind you on that one.
And I'm not going to push either side that I took.
I kind of like the Habs, but
I think I do too.
I'm telling you, they are the team of destiny. He took down his former squad.
Let's take hard saves. You said you like hard saves a lot. Let's look right into the money line sunset on his lonesome. Chat, tail him individually.
I like it.
Yeah. All right. Hard saves 26.5. 26
Alberta boy. Right? He's Alberta boy, so I'm
26.5.
still happy.
Okay. So see, you get the Canadian flavor. You're so happy now. That's what matters. WNBA. Did any of the ones that I gave you guys tickle your plums? Were you listening?
I'm a sucker for the 1.5 threes. I know it's might be super, super juicy now. So I'd be fine with Olivia Miles. I know she's been hooping.
I am also fine with Johannes. She's like the type of player that was drafted high, kind of kept her career in Europe, dabbled in the WNBA. It just seems like maybe this year she's finally here to make a name for herself. So I liked what you sold with that one.
Okay. Chat likes Miles. Chat likes. Let's do Johannes because Chef likes Johannes too.
Cool.
Okay.
Take the points on. Do we want to do the 2.5 threes, Sook, or the points? Chef and I both took the points, but the 2.5 threes is a little juiced. But
up to you, fully up to you. You're the one who labbed it fully.
let me see what the lines are here.
I am just wondering what the W plays are again. If you could read them off, that'd be great. Thanks. Bye.
Okay, you're welcome. I got you, big dog. Give me just a second. Cook this up, and I got you. Marina Johannes, 15. Let's do 15 plus points. Here you go, Adam. These are for you and for Chad if you missed them. Marina Johannes, over 14.5 points for the Liberty. Bridget Carlton, over 1.5 threes. Line is gone now, but take the points if you want. Olivia Miles in the other game, over 26.5 PRA. And then Jessica Shepard against the former squad. Narrative, Danny, close your ears. Over 10.5 points, -1. All right, last one. We've done baseball. We've done hockey. We've done WNBA. Put a darts play in here, Stifler. Didn't work out well earlier, unfortunately. Do we take something else from the NHL? We maybe take one of Betsky's plays. He really liked Matheson.
Or do we throw Newhook in there? Because I really like Newhook.
Or we do Seneca from Betsky. I'd like Newhook too. I'm down for that.
Either one.
What do you like?
I like all of them. I liked his logic with Matheson as well. The other guy who got moved to a different pairing, but we're still going to see these guys light it up from the back end. So 2 shots seems low, but I'm down with whatever you guys want. Not an NHL sharp.
Let's get greedy. Why not? We kind of watered some down, so let's do it this way. Okay. Let's take 2 for Seneca, 2 for Newhook, and then call it a wash. Plus 975, plus 1,000 pretty much for the Betspresso 5. Emmett Sheehan 6 strikeouts, Carter Hart 27 saves, Marina Johannes 15 points, Alex Newhook 2 shots, Beckett Seneca 2 shots. That is plus 1,000. Here's your Betty 4. Oh, shit, Betty 5. Ping pong, rock and roll. Okay, you guys ready to rumble in the jungle? I know we're a little over time, but the no plays off guys kind of cut us a little short too. So I know Adam, you would. He's like, we would never do that.
Just real quick, while I have DB down there and he can't rebuttal to me. Get ready to learn winning and speak winning in Chicago basketball. Signing AC Law.
This is how you do it, Danny. Just bring yourself up.
Signing AC Law and Graham was an absolute masterstroke. This team is going to be good. AC Law very quickly gave up on his NBA career after going overseas and went right to being a front office guy. This was a guy that made it to the Sweet 16, did all these things. And if you downplay that, understand like guys like Missoula went straight to coaching, went straight to front office, because sometimes you see the writing on the wall. And I do see that AC Law heading up the Thunder scouting department for a number of years is very, very impressive because he had his hand or at least watched a lot of the process. So get ready to be not a pessimistic, but an optimistic Chicago Bulls fan comes next year, DB.
Danny's like, you sure about that? Sure about that? He's the right.
AC Law, you just unlocked a memory. That dude balled on the Jayhawks, gave him one of their only losses at Allen Fieldhouse in the Bill Self era.
And I do think that there's something cerebral about being like, hey, my NBA, my professional amateur career, whatever it is over, but I'm still going to go at it. And what I'm going to do is go into coaching.
This is why you guys tune into this. Going overtime, giving you random tidbits of information. And Danny missed this, so maybe you can start off the show on Off the Bump. You get which condom you get to choose if you go to Toronto for the World Cup. Well, you can decide. It's in the graphics if you want to pull it up, DB. I'll let you guys decide. That's Shags. That's it. That's Sook. My name's SPJ. Thanks for being here for your Betspresso. Don't go anywhere. Off the Bump is going to go live just after us talking about this beautiful baseball slate in front of us tonight right here on the Betting News Network. Lads, have fun. Gentlemen, been a pleasure. Take it easy, chat.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome into Off the Bump here on the Betting News Network. I'm your host, Danny Burke. Alongside co-hosting is Adam Kaufman. You can catch us on the tweets at Adam M. Kaufman, myself at Danny Burke 5, and the Betting News Network at Your Betting News. Hey, appreciate the fellas dishing it off and appreciate the optimism from Sook. You know who said it best. I love Sook's optimism. Need that in sports, man. Yes, we absolutely do. I absolutely do. Growing up in the Chicagoland area as a diehard sports fan of all these Chicago teams, with the exception of the Chicago White Sox, who are, of course, doing very good this year. We'll talk about them later in the show. But Adam, again, I'm just a very pessimistic person being a Chicago sports fan. I've had my highlights, but for the most part, it's been very opposite of what your life has been as a Boston sports fan. So anytime somebody can give me optimism for one of my teams, I'll gladly take it.
Well, let's remember. I mean, how old are you, Danny? You're roughly 30, not even?
Yeah, about to turn 30 over the summer.
Yeah, so you got to remember, I'm an old over here, okay? And yes, Boston over the last quarter century has experienced an embarrassing amount of winning. There's no denying that. But none of that started until the Patriots Tuck Rule year 2000, winter 2001, when at that point I was I 19? So you got to remember, like, I spent most of my, certainly all of my formative years without really any winning, because the city of Boston didn't there were no championships from the Celtics in 86 until the Patriots won it in 01. I mean, it's a 15-year stretch, which I realize like most cities would be like, only 15 years between titles is incredible. But you got to remember when the Celtics won in 86, I was 4 years old. It's not like I remembered any of that. So I did not experience any of that glory until I was already of legal, drinking age, right? 18, 21.
I was like, it depends how old you are if it was 18.
I was in college, Danny. Let's put it that way. I was in college and there was none of that yet. So you got the Cubs. You're a Cubs fan.
True.
It was a Cubs championship not too long ago.
Yeah, the Blackhawks dynasty and the Cubs
Blackhawks dynasty. You've experienced some of it.
Yeah, so I mean, this is like how most Chicago fans were, because nobody grew up. I don't want to say nobody. A majority of people did not grow up a diehard Blackhawks fan unless you really loved hockey and you had, your family members as a diehard fan, because they wouldn't broadcast the games on television, right? You had to go in person. That was their whole thing for the longest time. So it was hard to become a fan of them. And especially because they weren't relevant in terms of success since I was born until about, 2009 and then throughout the dynasty. So it was obviously miraculous and we were huge Blackhawks fans, but that hits a little different than if it were the Bulls, the Bears, or the Cubs. And when the Cubs won, of course, in 2016, of course, that was just one of the greatest days of my life. And yeah, speaking of the Huskers, Beast McDees, I literally drove from Nebraska, called off my classes to go down for Game 7. Even though it was in Cleveland, I went to Wrigleyville to be a part of it, stayed for the parade, and yeah, one of the best weekends of my life. So yeah, I mean, there have been blips. Don't get me wrong. I do want to ask you, though, I mean, after those formative years, because you're right, that is fair. You definitely had to wait a little bit. The way you approach it now, though, do you still kind of have that in the back of your mind? Like you just never really know, or is it now you're kind of cocky and confident because you're acclimated to all these wins?
I would say you become, and I say this, I try to say this from a well-intentioned place, like a place of appreciating all that has happened with, the Red Sox winning 4, the Patriots winning 6, the Celtics a couple, the Bruins 1, and then another half dozen appearances in championship rounds that didn't come to fruition in terms of titles. So it's like, again, they could have like 20 titles, this city, in the last 25 years. It's bananas when you think about it. The winning, I would say, you almost become, like you become spoiled by it without a doubt. And so you become a little desensitized to the same level of passion that you had when you're chasing the winning, and either it comes around very infrequently or you literally have no idea what it feels like. I mean, the euphoria that came along, like the Patriots winning was a surprise over the Rams, double-digit underdogs in that game, beat the greatest show on turf, all that. Again, Tuck rule, the emergence of Brady, they win a couple of titles, 3 in his first 4 years. Incredible. But this was not, it's kind of wild to say now, right? In the wake of the dynasty, if you will. But this was not like a football area. Like people liked Bledsoe, and the Patriots did get to a Super Bowl, got throttled by Green Bay in 96. But generally, the Patriots were a laughingstock of a franchise before Belichick and Brady came along. Mm-hmm. So nothing around here felt like when the Red Sox won in 04 after 86 years of not winning and getting on the, so close on the doorstep, a few times and having it just like, how are they going to lose this time? It was just nothing but pessimism. Following all of the winning, it becomes we just take it for granted. Like, of course, like it's the AFC Championship game for years was viewed, at least around here, if not nationally, as like the Patriots Invitational, right? It's like, wake me when they get to the playoffs, wake me when they get to the semifinals. Regular season doesn't matter, which is so crazy for most franchises. So you just, you take that stuff for granted. And then now we're in a stretch here where, obviously the Patriots were in the Super Bowl last year. I get that, but they lost and it wasn't competitive. And it was kind of a, fraudulent season in some ways. You go a few years without winning, which is, again, not a long period of time, but only then it starts to kind of creep back into like that hunger of a fan base again of like, oh, wait, It's not easy. This isn't just going to happen every year. How do we get back to it? And that sort of starts to create the passion again. It sounds so insane, but passion is truly derived from losing. It's 100%. Not from winning. It's from losing. Anybody can win in the sense that, like, as they're called around here, like pink hats. Like, you can have fair weather fans all over the place who will just show up when the team's good. The diehards, the passionate fans, the ones that actually, give a damn and pay for tickets in losing seasons and attend games and watch games, even expecting failure. Those are the real tried and true fans. You know that. So it's a totally different experience.
No, I think what you said is 100% true. There's absolutely validity to it. And that's how I try to cope sometimes when my teams are struggling. I'll go, man, it wouldn't be as much fun if I was just winning consistently. It doesn't make those random, just instances of success feel as good. Like, you look at the Bears, for example, and obviously I'd much rather than win, but it is a better feeling when you're coming from nothing to finally being relevant and finally having that taste of success, i.e. the Chicago Bears this past year with their miraculous wins and the wins against Green Bay and winning against them in the playoffs and then in the regular season. Like, if the Bears were a consistently solid team, I would be infuriated at those games because they won in such gross fashion. Sure. Still drove us absolutely bonkers watching them, but it was a pleasant surprise, and it made it feel that much better having to go through that suffering and then see the bright side of the tunnel, right? Get to that other end of it. And it does make it feel that much sweeter. And yeah, you're right. Of course, the diehards are going to stick tried and true all the way through. And I'm sure they even get a little bit annoyed. Sometimes some of those regular season ticket holders, like your Red Sox or a Cubs fan, and then everything, like the price soars. Like, I was just going to a Cubs game, earlier this year. I think I was telling you guys, like, a beer was like $19. and now
ownership greed at concession.
Yeah, no, that is true. 100%. But then also, Adam, we were just talking about this the other day, my friends and I, because we have the Crosstown Classic this weekend with the White Sox and Cubs. And it's usually a bit more expensive, especially if one team's good, and particularly over the past 10 years, it's a majority been the Cubs. But now both teams are really solid and the tickets are just crazy. So it's like, yeah, that's awesome. But at the same time, you kind of miss being able to sneak into some of these events for a little bit of a cheaper price. So, of course, there's a give and the take with all of this. But no, I think ultimately what you said is absolutely true. It's just you have that expectation. It takes away some of the lust of it, I'm sure.
You know what you can equate it to? And like people in the chat, you guys will get this. Danny, single guy, you'll get this. I mean, I can't speak to it as, an old married dude over here, but it's the chase, right? Like, it's, and you chase whatever, a man, woman, whatever, like you're seeking that significant other, that whether it's a relationship or it's whatever it is that you're chasing down, it's the chase. And it's like, it's the pursuit that makes it kind of so much fun. And then unless it's like true love and something, like really meaningful, you achieve it, you get there, and it's like, all right, well, that was fun. Like on to the next conquest, right? Like that's the mindset. It's the pursuit of winning. It's the pursuit of achieving something that once you get there, depending again on the situation, it, like sort of, some of the, I'm trying to think of the right word. Like it starts to, some of the steam comes off.
Like, now what?
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, yeah, that it's so funny that conversation took such a big turn, but it's like you can't not go there because that's exactly what it is. And it's comes back to me suffering as a Bulls fan, and I do hope they'll be relevant.
I'm sorry that you weren't around for the glory days.
It was a shame, man. And so I grew up obviously like you, because you and I have talked about this, a massive, massive Cubs fan. Like, my childhood bedroom is literally painted Wrigley Field. But I tell you, like, after like 2010, when Derrick Rose really started coming around, those Bulls teams were my absolute favorites. I mean, there was no competition. I think a lot of people my age at that time and even older felt that way. And not only just because the Bulls stink, but I mean, when I think about the glory days for me, like in NBA, I think of that era. Sure. And it was such a joy to watch basketball. And I would look forward to it every single night because I feel like I'd be witnessing something that I never have before. In the players these days, Adam, I mean, you could talk about the fouling, ticky-tack, this and that. style of play, but they're so athletic now that you kind of expect these highlights from these dudes left and right. And I don't know if that's just a me thing, but maybe it's because my team stinks, but it's just like, I'm not as eager to watch a regular season basketball game as I was at that point in my life.
I also just think that any of us, like literally any of it, you're again, almost 30. I'm in my mid 40s. Any of you out there in the chat, like, I just think anyone, because sports fandom and passion is really nurtured in adolescence, and it only intensifies as you get a bit older, and then it reaches a point where it starts to scale back the other way as you really get older. People like us that maybe in one form or another work in the industry. But I think that we all just kind of believe that sports were at their best, or a particular sport or game was played at its finest during our childhoods.
Yeah.
Like basketball, the NBA was at its best when, you were watching in the early 2000s. For me, it was at its best when I was watching in the, early to mid 90s. Like, it's just, that's what, and I guarantee my kids love it today, because what do they know? Like, They don't know the previous eras, short of watching videos on YouTube or something like that. So we all just, I don't know, we kind of conform to what we grew up with, in the same way that we will forever and ever and ever always think that the music we grew up with is the best. Even if there's lots of great music that continues to come out that we listen to and we enjoy, our music was the best generation of music because it was ours.
True. I can safely say, though, that my generation is not the the best of music. That much I will take myself away from. I will take not anything, 90s and before absolutely wipes the floor. There are some good 2000s pops, don't get me wrong. But especially nowadays growing up, I mean, some can be entertaining, but for actual quality music, no. But you're right. I mean, that was certainly the case to be made for a lot of people. No doubt about that. Yeah, just like Prince Jazz said, just like our parents and grandparents say the same thing about music. You guys
1,000%. And you know what? Their music was great. That's sort of the other thing. Like, I still love a lot of the music that I listen to in the car riding around with my parents, like their music.
Yeah.
In the same way that my kids are constantly like rapping to Eminem songs that literally came out when I was in high school. It's just that it's what you're exposed to in a lot of different ways.
Yeah, now I'm really going to get off on a tangent, but the one thing I'll add to this is I was just having this conversation the other day. We were talking about, favorite concerts you've been to. And so for me, my dad is a diehard Beatles fan, and especially Paul McCartney. So when he came to Lollapalooza in like 2015, I went there, and I ended up, my friends, some of them, because I was with a smaller group. Some people were still away at college, and I'll never let them live it down. It was like maybe one or two of my friends, and then there's some other people we kind of knew. They decided to go see The Weeknd. I said, screw you guys. I'm going to Paul McCartney. I grew up on this guy, literally a living legend, and had the best concert experience of my life. I mean, the guy was still crushing it, still does to this day. And so that's one where, I grew up on that, loved it. It was the best concert I had. So it's experiences like that, like you grew up on, like you said, I mean, just completely enjoy it.
I probably would have gone to The Weeknd, but I feel you. I get it. Totally.
After they're like, dude, we saw the fireworks, we messed up. I was like, no shit, it's Paul McCartney, Sir Paul McCartney. What are you talking about?
You only get so many. I can't tell you the number of people that I know that are, again, like my age, your age, like certainly not our parents' ages, that love Bruce Springsteen, that love, Billy Joel, that love like Elton John, even like just that. It's again different generation of music.
Yeah, I saw Billy Joel at MSG a couple of years ago. Visit my buddy in New York. That was a blast as well. They put, I think we went to the show where they put like his banner in the rafters because it was 300th show in the row or whatever, or something like that. So somehow stumbled upon that. All right, we've gone off.
This is a great baseball betting show.
People forget we do talk some baseball betting here on the program. It's
we haven't alienated people. We got more than 3,000 watching across Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. So we're doing okay.
That we are, my friend. That we are. Let's do a brief recap of today's games. We will get into tonight's slate. Your Red Sox, first pitch in about 20 minutes or so. My Cubbies, they're coming on after we exit here on this program. Royals, White Sox, as we alluded to, they're playing tonight. And then the Giants and Dodgers wrap up their 4-game series. So some good games to look forward to. But earlier today, we just saw a finish out on the West Coast, capital of California, Sacramento. The A's fell victim to the Cardinals 5-4 today. Athletics, man, I mean, they're just a sneaky team left and right, Adam. But thankfully, I stayed away today. They made it close, did not come through. Lopez, 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, only a couple of strikeouts and 3 walks. McGreevy on the other side had a really good performance, 6 innings pitched, 5 hits and 1 earned run, also had 3 strikeouts to help benefit the Cardinals in that 5-4 win. I was a loser on this other matchup between the Astros and Mariners. I was just purely fading Luis Castillo. And look, Castillo did what he needed to. They won 8-3, did Seattle, and Castillo's underlying metrics have been disgustingly terrifying as of late. But that doesn't stop me from betting a strikeouts props the last 2 outings. I stayed away from it today. He managed 6K, so he's still finding the zone well enough. It's just in the past, the outs have been loud outs. And he went 5.2 innings, 3 earned runs, 6 Ks, 3 walks. Burrows on the other side. His numbers are a little scary, but the underlying metrics led me to taking him, and it didn't live up to it. 5.2 innings, 8 hits, 7 earned runs, 4 Ks, 3 walks, gave up a pair of homers. Seattle's bats continue to look really good over the past month as the Mariners get their 22nd win of the year. Brewers with a big win over San Diego, 7-1. Another big win in the land of 10,000 lakes. The Twins, 9-1 victory over the Marlins. Mets take control over Detroit, winning 9-4. So the Mets getting a much-needed win. Anytime they win is going to be a much-needed win. And a huge win from the Reds, 15-1 over the Nationals. I'm beating myself up for not taking the Reds. I looked at it, was a bit too rich. Clearly not rich enough as they won by 14 runs. And then the Pirates, Adam, beat the Rockies 7-2. I had Chase Dollander under his strikeouts. I don't think he got any. He was pulled after the first inning. I don't know if it's because he got hurt or he was just doing terrible. But either way, we cashed a ticket, and that sums up today's action. Did you have any bets streak-wise from the early afternoon slate?
Well, it's funny. Usually you open the show and you're like, Koff, how you doing? And what I would have said had you said that is, well, I'm kind of pissed, Danny, to be honest with you, because I'll tell you what, yesterday was a terrible day for the system. And again, these things happen. You ride the wave, you ride the roller coaster. Right? I know we're approaching 300 plays on the year. I understand how this works. But naturally, teams that I was invested in yesterday that lost come right back and win today, almost effortlessly.
Uncanny.
For instance, I had the Twins, no problem today. Had the Mariners, no problem today. Had the Brewers, no issue today. Now, I'm happy about that because I have the Brewers in a parlay that I did today, so that's okay. But even still, a little annoying. The Pirates, had them yesterday. They were like a minus 180. Lost, won today. So it's just like it feels like every team, and there are still some to go that I was invested in yesterday that could have kept their respective streaks alive in some form or another, blew it. And that was, again, just a loss for me economically and bad for the system. In fact, it reached such proportions of teams winning today. And I've seen this, I haven't really paid attention to it, but I've seen it over the course of time. It's just caught my eye like, oh, this team's won 4 in a row, and I keep riding them, and then they lose, and they come back, they win the next day. I was so annoyed by the outcomes today that I started actually, pulling up team schedules and seeing how often teams on streaks lose and then come back and win the next day. Like, is this another system that I should be implementing? If a team has won 6 in a row, loses, do they come back and make it 7 of 8? And I only looked at, I realized this was a crazy use of time, so I did not spend a long time on it. I got enough of a sample, I felt, to just be content with what I do. I looked at about 5 or 6 teams and did the math, and this is just record, not juice. I wasn't going back and looking up odds or anything like that. But just record-wise, it was actually about 500. A lot of the time teams bounce back with a win. A lot of the time teams, lost a second in a row. And so it wasn't again, only through a half dozen teams that I looked at, there was not a strong enough trend for me to say, this is something I should be thinking about, to where, today I should have been invested in all of those teams that screwed me yesterday. But I am going to continue to monitor it. And I might go back and look at more data if I'm noticing this more, because I found it to be very frustrating. To answer your original question, by the way, just 2 streak plays today. Haven't had either one of them yet. White Sox, who you mentioned before, they're a plus money play, almost plus 120. And we've got the Braves, who are heavily juiced. So it's those 2 that we'll be keeping an eye on later on tonight.
No, but I'm glad that you brought that up, because you know me, I'm very interested and intrigued in the whole streak betting, but then the outliers revolving around it or outside of it. And that's what I was going to ask you. Like, I wonder how much that happens where the team after the streak, or they lose you during the streak, then bounce back the next day, because anecdotally, it always feels like that. Not even if it's streak betting, just betting in general, right? Especially in baseball, man, because there's so many games, you're just like, oh, they screwed me. And then you're a little bitter about it the next
random
day.
Team. You want to do your Cubs?
Oh, sorry, what's that?
Name a random team. You want to
look at your Cubs? Yeah. Check out
I'll
some Cubbies.
I'll just look at it, because we know they've been a streaky, successful team this year.
Yeah.
So they won $1 million in a row back in April, but then proceeded to lose 3 straight. So they didn't bounce back.
Mm-hmm.
Then they hop on another winning streak of, again, $1 million in a row, and now they're riding a 4-game skid. So if I applied what we're talking about to your Cubs, I'd be 0-2. Those would be 2 more losses.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't know.
Yeah. Still early too, but yeah, again, it's like you look the next day and you're like, oh, I can't go back to this team. I mean, they screwed me. I'm upset about it. And then they find a way to win. It's just what happens when you're betting so much. Feels like it's always working against you. But no, I'm glad you looked into that. And yeah, very I don't want to say very surprised, but I'm a little surprised that it's around 50%. But I guess maybe that's a good thing, so we don't completely go crazy also dabbling into that if it were a little bit more.
Well, but again, I didn't look at all of baseball. I looked at 5 or 6 teams. Like if I looked at the top of the board in alphabetical order. So if I just pick another team at random, let's say Yankees. Let's pick the Yankees, because I didn't look at them earlier. Let's see, just for curiosity's sake. So they win 3 in a row. They lose. They win. All right. So that's 1-0. They go on a streak. They lose. They win. That's 2 in a row. Betting against them. They won. Come back. They lose the next one. That would be 3 in a row. Long winning streak. Loss. Win. 4-0. Long winning streak. Loss. Win. 5-0. Losing streak. Win. Loss to Baltimore yesterday, 6. So the Yankees, if you applied this, you'd be 6-0 betting on or against the Yankees. So fuck if I know, man. Like it's really, it's interesting. I'm very interested in it. I don't know that I want to all of a sudden start betting into a new trend right now, but it's tempting when you look at data like that.
Yeah. And it could be a scenario where it's just like, yeah, obviously a great team like the Yankees are going to get on a streak. And if they lose, they're just one of the best teams, so they're going to bounce back. So it may just be where it heavily favors those top teams.
Well, yeah, so let's pick an average team. I just pulled up the Minnesota Twins. So lost 3 in a row, won, then they win. 0-1. Win a whole bunch, lose, win, 1-1. Winning streak, loss, 1-2. Losing streak, win, lose, 2-2. Losing streak, win, lose, 3-2. Losing streak, win, 3-3. So 3, so it's it's interesting.
Yeah, something to keep in mind. And certainly, again, if one team that's something I'm going to be a bit cognizant about going forward too. And I have been in general with the streak betting because of you, but this as well, I think, is really a cool angle to consider, just to see how these teams respond, especially when you get later in the year, when you really got to kind of lock things down. I think maybe that's when you'll see a bit of a resurgence or a bit more sustainability, knowing what those trends are going to be. So,
right.
Adam, we do have about 10 minutes before your Red Sox get things started out on the East in your neck of the woods. So I do want to get your thoughts here before we get into the other games and the streak betting with the Cubs and the Braves, because I have a play in that game as well. But tell us about tonight's matchup with Boston and Philadelphia. We got Jesus Luzardo taking the bump, the southpaw. 5.77 ERA for Philly, but he's got a 239 xFIP, almost 50% ground ball rate. There's a lot to like, a lot to be concerned about. Better days should be ahead is the crux of it. Ranger Suarez starting for your guys. He's 2 through 7 starts, 2.77 ERA, 360 xFIP. So still solid numbers. Ground ball rate a little bit low, but he could probably get by against this Philadelphia team. Total was around 7 to 7.5. Money line opened around minus $120 with Philly, but I did see it earlier in the day, Adam, trending toward your Red Sox. I know, again, this isn't going to fall into the category of streak play, but is there anything you would dabble with if you had to make a decision here?
Well, it's funny. So with the trend that we were just talking about, if it did apply, if we were betting this, we'd be on the Phillies today, because I was on the Phillies yesterday. They lost. This would be the bounce back spot, if you will. Now, I'm glad in this particular case that I have not implemented that, because I mentioned the parlay that I have for today. The first leg was the Brewers on the money line. The second leg is the Red Sox first 5, which was actually a plus money play, and one that Shags mentioned, as a matter of fact, just to close out the afternoon Betspresso. He's on that. I don't know what to expect. For one, let's start with this. Is the game going to be played? Right. So the Red Sox put out a statement because there's rain in the area. It's been raining about an hour ago, and they're in a rain delay, right? Even though the game hasn't technically started, they're in a rain delay, tarp on the field, all that. So I don't know if they're going to start on time. But the Red Sox put a statement out about an hour ago on social media saying, we're going to make every, not just for you, the fans, the people that have bought tickets and all of that, just because of the situation that it's the Phillies. It's not like it's the Blue Jays. It's the Phillies. They don't come back to Fenway Park this year. So we are going to make every effort to get this game in. Doesn't matter how late we start, within reason. The forecast is supposed to clear. We are anticipating that we're going to play this game. I'm paraphrasing, but I would expect, based on that, based on the fact the series ends today, Philadelphia doesn't come back. It's not like they can just play a doubleheader tomorrow. They're going to play this game. And in terms of the pitching matchup, Luzardo, you ran down some of the numbers. He has sucked this year. He has an ERA pushing 6. And Suarez on the other side, not only is pitching well with a sub-3 ERA, he's going against his old team for the first time, of course, joining the Red Sox this offseason with that big deal. So I don't know what to expect from the bullpens. I don't want to involve the bullpens, hence the first 5. I just need the Red Sox to, at the very least be tied and void, but ideally be up a run or 2, and then whatever happens from there happens. They don't need to win the game. They need to win the first 5. So that's what I'm looking for. I think that's the play with this one. I'm not going to be impacted by the weather. It affects everyone equally. I'm just looking at the pitching matchup as that tends to be my starting point in my handicapping when it comes to baseball. Again, there's no blind bet situation here because there's no streak play at hand. And I happen to like the Red Sox in this spot, which is rare to say this year, by the way.
Yeah, no kidding. I did consider Philadelphia at first, but I do think the Ranger Suarez revenge angle is a bit intimidating to go against. And I do like the first 5 angle. I would much rather be invested with that on Boston than I would be for the full game, because I do think Luzardo is going to turn things around. But you're right, his ERA is trending towards 6. Again, I threw out some of those underlying numbers. Expected ERA is 3.20, xFIP is 2.39. Heck, that doesn't guarantee anything going forward. It's just based on what has transpired. It should look more like that. Doesn't mean it's guaranteed to be that way. So we can only predict or hope for so much. And in a unique ballpark setting with the weather playing a factor like it is at Fenway, you never really know what to trust. I mean, realistically, you're probably going to have a better outing because of the weather for him, rain-wise, as opposed to anything with the wind, hence why you're seeing a low total. But again, I like your approach there with the first 5. And yeah, I think it's kind of nice you don't have to blindly bet this one, because this could be a bit all over the place between Suarez and Luzardo, but will be fun to see that revenge angle from Ranger if the game does play. Afterwards, Adam, my Cubbies, who are now the wrong side of a streak, they have lost 4 in a row, including the last 2 against Atlanta. Braves, arguably the best team in baseball right now, and they have one of the best pitchers taking the bump in Chris Sale. The Southpaw veteran is still doing it, man. 6-2 through 8 starts this year. 2.20 ERA. Expected ERA is 3.05, and his xFIP is 3.15. I mean, his ground ball rate's still at 45%. His whip is sub 0.90. Hard hit rate 32%. Skill interactive ERA is sub 3. The guy's outstanding still, of course. On the other side, Cubs putting out Ben Brown, who's traditionally out of the bullpen. He does have one start. Just came against the Rangers, went 4 innings, scoreless, hitless, solid performance. But are you really going to trust him against this Atlanta offense? I'm not. And look, the Braves, not as good against righties as the Cubs have been against lefties the last month. But if you narrow it down even more so, obviously Atlanta's been the much better team. I mean, the Cubs are first in weighted runs created plus against lefties last month, second in OPS, 6 in ISO. But this is just classic Cubs. And not the sense that they have 2 different win streaks of 10 games, but where they'll do something really good and, you know, kind of the casual fans get excited. They lose one game. Everyone loses their mind. It's 162 games in the year. They're inevitably going to lose, people. But then they go on this mini losing streak and everyone's starting to lose their heads again. It's just the Cubs do this. They get your hopes up, then they go on a slide. It's also baseball in general, but a lot of times with the Cubs. And I think it does persist tonight, Adam. I do think the Atlanta Braves get the job done. You obviously have the advantage on the mound. You have the advantage with the momentum, and you have the hotter lineup at this moment in time. So I kind of dabbled all over the place. I did a little bit with the run line at plus 130. I also did the flat run line at minus 120. I know you are on this spot because the Braves are on a win streak. Yep. They have won 4 in a row. Did you do money line or did you do run line? How did you mess around with this spot?
Yeah, the juice is a lot, but at the same time, it was reasonable enough. If I remember right, minus 150-ish, at least where I got it late last night or early this morning whenever I placed that bet. So I'm just on the money line for the Braves. I like your Cubs. I like them a lot, and they've made me a lot of money this year in terms of the streak betting. You know, they've been one of my more successful teams, if not the most successful teams. I feel like the Braves, and I could look at the numbers, but I feel like they've been kind of, mid, kind of average. But on the Braves tonight, I think the under is obviously intriguing given the pitching matchup. I like this spot. I can't believe that Chris Sale is still doing what he's doing at just about 38 years old, maybe even just turned 38 years old. I mean, this guy, I know he missed some time last year, but he's still, I'm looking at his stats, 125 innings, 21 starts, 2.5 ERA. I mean, people thought he was cooked in Boston when he just couldn't stay on the field. You know, he had that incredible first year. They win the World Series. Following year, deals with injuries, takes a step back. He's got a 4.5 ERA, misses the entire following season in 2020, the COVID year, because of injury. And it's like, oh boy. Then he comes back over the next 2 years, pitches a combined 50 innings. And it's like, man, I mean, this guy's just never going to be right again. And, hits 100 innings pitched in Boston in his final year, but ERA is up over 4 again. It's okay. I mean, best days are behind him. And now goes to Atlanta, 2024, All-Star, 18-3, Cy Young, 2.3 ERA, and basically has been just as good since, albeit with the occasional issue staying on the field. He's a marvel to watch. He's incredible. I wish he was still in Boston. As far as how I'm betting the game beyond the Braves, I mentioned the parlay. So it's Brewers, it's Red Sox first 5 money line. The third leg, we're in for a sweat, Danny. It's actually the Braves Cubs Nerfy. No run first inning between Ben Brown and Chris Sale. Now, look at that matchup. You got one guy with an ERA just over 2 and the other guy with an ERA just under 2. I'm not going to sit here and pretend runs can't be scored. Of course they can. But if ever on paper there were a spot for a Nerfy, it's with guys like that on the mound.
Yeah, I get it here. And look, Ben Brown could implode, and I think he does eventually, but he can obviously get by for a half inning. I mean, why not? Like you said, his ERA is under 2. Now, again, only 1 start, but he's used in a long reliever spot a lot of times. But just if you want some further conviction in him, his expected ERA is still 2.57, xFIP 3.24. He's getting a lot of ground balls, 53%. Batting average of balls in plays at 220. Home run to fly ball rate sub 5%. He's not getting hard hit. It's at 34%. Barrel rate sub 5%. So there's a ton to like from Ben Brown. In just about most other situations, I would not be fading the Cubbies here. but because of how dominant Atlanta has been, that's what's leading me to it. Now, that has nothing to do with your Nerfy in the grand scheme of things, but yeah, I mean, there's a lot to like with Ben Brown, so I see the angle there, and man, I'm hoping for your sake you don't get screwed here, because I feel like the last couple of weeks, not even on this show per se, but when me, you, and SPJ have been doing some of these Nerfies, it's been tough sledding to say the least.
It's been a little inconsistent. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, that's
tomorrow. We'll be talking about it on the show when we have any given wager at 1:00. Tomorrow's the first inning Friday, Danny. We're going to be looking at some Nerfy plays tomorrow.
Yeah, I got to get locked and loaded. I got to actually prepare for it, not just live on the spot tomorrow.
Please, so yes, this is your warning. Dig in.
Yes, sir. No doubt. Let's get to your other play here, because, again, a pleasant surprise for people here in the Chicagoland area, if you're a fan, is the Chicago White Sox, Adam. And they've won their last 4 games, a pair of 6-5 wins over the last couple of nights against the Kansas City Royals. 7:40 p.m. Eastern time, first pitch. You've got Chris Bubich, the southpaw, taking the bump for Kansas City. It's been solid, 3.50 ERA. XFIP's a tad bit concerning at 4.06, but nothing terrible. What I'm more concerned about is the fact he's walking 4.5 guys per 9 innings. I was actually looking at his prop over 2.5 walks. It was at plus 140 earlier, and I kind of forgot to check back in, so maybe I'll get into that in a second when I have some time. But the Sox have the 8th highest walk rate, 10.5%. So that's kind of what stood out. And in 4 of his last 5 starts, Bubich's xFIP has come out to 445 or higher. So again, even though Anthony K's numbers maybe aren't as promising, Bubich is still kind of trending in the wrong direction. Anthony K, the dude's almost 7 feet tall, taking the bump for Chicago. He's 2-1 through 8 games, 6 of those starts, 4.89 ERA, 6.67 expected ERA, which is scary. But he's got a 42% ground ball rate. BABIP's under 300. And the thing is, he's pitched well his last 2 starts. He's a young guy, so there are going to be these learning curves, as we're seeing. But against Seattle and against the Padres, those 2 starts, 10 innings, 10 hits, 2 earned runs, 10 strikeouts, 3 walks. His xFIP is under 3. His ERA is 3.60 in that span. If we're getting K to finally get into a rhythm at him, I could see the temptation, even outside your trend betting, to just take in the Southsiders today. But I kind of like the fact that you don't have to think about it, and you just get to sweat out a nice plus price with one of the hotter teams in baseball, believe it or not, the Chicago White Sox.
Well, let's hope it continues, obviously, at least for the sake of my bet, because we do want to turn these streak bets back into the right direction after a tough couple of days. But this White Sox team, and I don't just say this because we're talking about a team that is the dictionary definition of mediocre at 21 and 21, they just seem to feel, even if you're just parachuting in and looking at Chicago every once in a while, it's a dangerous team, man. I mean, I kind of look at the Athletics the same way and have for a couple of years. There are just these teams, the Rockies, right now as well. There are these teams that, they're not great. They're not even good necessarily. They're not going to be playoff teams more than likely, but they're still teams that it's baseball. It's a volatile sport. They can go out and win on any given night. We just saw the Giants at roughly plus 240 beat the Dodgers. And then obviously it didn't happen last night. Maybe it will later, and I know we'll get there. But White Sox are kind of the same thing for me, albeit at a much different number. And as we said, right around plus 118 right now. This White Sox team is just one that's very capable of going out and beating a team that is either on its level or, in this case, a lesser team. Let's not forget, it's an inferior team that the White Sox are playing host to tonight. The only thing, not the only thing, lineups are a big part of it, and team reputations play into it in terms of where the money's going. But part of what drives the odds is the pitching matchup. There's no overwhelming pitching matchup on either side in this game. And so I think everything is on the table. As plus prices go in a particular matchup, I feel good about this one.
Yeah, I mean, again, I was hesitant to backing Chicago, even when they were starting to show signs of having life, because in your gut, you still have this image of the White Sox being the team from the past couple of years where it's been
a 100-loss team.
Yeah, and they're making the right efforts to trending in that right direction. But I figured, and obviously a lot of friends who are diehard fans, you figured it would take a little bit longer than it has. And like you said, by definition, an average team. But man, if you told any White Sox fan they'd be at this record at this point in the season, they would gladly take that, because this is still exceeding where that bar was set at heading into this year. Now they have a very young team. They have some really good hitters that we saw last year. but the pitching is just taken a complete 180 with a lot of these guys. Like Fetty's numbers are good. We joke, my cousin Sean Burke, he was dreadful last year, and he's looking like a stud. So you're getting this talent throughout their starting rotation, living up to the hype. And if Anthony Kay, who's taking the bump tonight, again, he's like 6'10". He's had 2 great performances in his last outings. If he can turn it around as well, like there's not really an easy out throughout the Chicago rotation that makes them pretty appealing on any given night. Hence why, yes, they're still plus money, but the market just continues to move toward them, and they've treated you well clearly, and hopefully they can do it again tonight, Adam. And honestly, as a Cubs fan, I'm a little scared of that Crosstown Classic this weekend because could be trouble in store for the Cubbies.
Yeah, I'll be keeping an eye on it. Obviously, I'm already, starting to think about which trends potentially bleed over into tomorrow off of the afternoon finals, and look at that a little bit later on as well. But no, it's just I'm not in the area like you. Obviously, I can't speak to sort of the vibe of the city, but I think it's just it's fun when both the Cubs and the White Sox are competitive. Now, competitive is the right word for the White Sox. The Cubs are actually good. It's a good team. The White Sox are not good. I don't think they're going to scare anybody into thinking they're a playoff team. But right now, quarter of the way through the year, a little more than that for most teams, everything is on the table. The wild card race is very, very tight. If I were to pull it up, I bet the White Sox are sitting, game and a half, 2 games out, somewhere in that ballpark. So, it's all on the table if they were to get even reasonably hot. Here, I'll take a look at it real quick. The wild card standings.
They are in the wild card spot. They're a half game up.
So there you go.
One and a half games back from the Guardians to leading the Central.
Crazy. It's insane that you can be a 500 team and be that. I mean, it tells you the state of baseball right now and the mediocrity that exists, especially across the American League. You can be a 500 team or worse in the case of the Mariners and the Rangers and still be positioned to be in a wild card spot. My Red Sox, who are dreadful, are 2.5 games back. At least in the National League. The National League, there are teams like Cincinnati, who won earlier and hit 17 home runs. 23-21. That team is 2.5 games out of a wild card spot. That's what it's supposed to look like.
Yep.
You're a little above 500 and you're out. Figure it out. We've watered down the playoffs in Major League Baseball. I'm not saying we got to go back to the days where, you win the pennant, you guys meet in the World Series, and that's that. There can be more than 2 playoff teams. We can have division leaders and a wild card. We don't need 3 wild card teams in each league. We don't need this to be like the NBA and the NHL and the NFL now, where half the sport makes the postseason. We just don't need it.
Big Cheesy in the chat. Big Cheesy 707 says, pick of the day, Chicago Cubs, Atlanta over 7.5, hammer emojis. I actually did consider that, just landed on the Braves instead because Atlanta could easily win this game like 6-1, 6-0. That wouldn't shock me whatsoever. And I took this over yesterday. Wind was blown out. Didn't trust Imanaga as much. The under hit. So again, I got a little bit of that salt still on the tip of my tongue here, and kind of what kept me away. But I don't dislike the over 7.5. But Adam and I will personally be rooting for the Braves to win and hopefully cover running the hook. And if it happens,
and the Nerfy,
great.
You can score all your runs after the first inning.
Post first inning, bring them on.
Listen, I hope the Braves win 8-0 after the first inning. All the runs, second inning on. That's what we're looking for, Big Cheesy.
All right, Adam. We've got about 7 minutes to go here, and we've got one more game, and Big Cheesy's fine with that. We'll take it, brother. Love it.
Everybody wins.
10 p.m. Eastern time. Final game of the Thursday night slate. We got the Giants. We've got the Dodgers. LA has been in a little bit of a skid here, and they'll be fine. Let's be honest. I mean, again, you talk about World Series hangovers. It's a long season. They'll be okay. It's just a little frustrating if you're looking for angles to back them. And if you are tonight, well, you've got Sheehan on the bump. It's 2-1 through 7 starts. 4.79 ERA. However, his expected ERA is 4.14. His xFIP is 2.92, so very promising. And he's got a nice 22% strikeout to walk ratio. I believe Shags is taking his over on Ks. They asked us about that before we had it on the show here. his last 3 starts, Adam, he's got 25 strikeouts and just 2 walks. His xFIP has been 195 or less in all 3 of those games. And look, despite the Giants winning 2 out of 3 games so far and doing the same when they met a couple weeks ago, Giants offense really isn't anything spectacular. They're 20th in ISO, 22nd in OPS, and 22nd in weighted runs created plus against righties the last month. Now, the Dodgers, 9th in weighted runs created plus against righties in that span, 14th in OPS, 16th in ISO. They're going against Landon Rope. The righty, 5-3, 3.09 ERA, 2.52 expected ERA, and a good xFIP of 3.11. Great ground ball rate of 53%, really limiting the home run damage, sub 4%. And he's not getting hit hard. I mean, 24% hard hit rate. So this guy's been tremendous in his own right, but the Dodgers still opened around minus $1.68 or so, Adam, and we saw a trend toward them earlier today. I know they went up to about minus $1.80 or so. Pulling up the odds right quick to see where they've moved to consensus-wise. It looks like they are still in the same range, like minus 172 to minus 186, depending on where you shop. Obviously look around, but yeah, it's trending in that range. And I wanted to get something involved here, Adam. I couldn't do it. I need to be convinced. So if you have something for me, I'll tell you, but if not, maybe we just sit back and watch this one unfold.
No, I really don't. I know on the previous show, Afternoon Betspresso, the guys were giving out as part of their parlay that people can find on social media, jump in and ride along with them. Obviously, they're on the Dodgers. They're on Sheehan's 6+ strikeouts. I don't have real conviction in this game. I certainly don't have conviction in Sheehan. He's not been very good so far this year. You mentioned the Dodgers, obviously more up than down, but they've been a little inconsistent. And he's been one of the reasons why, because when he's out there, the results generally aren't good. That doesn't lead me to say, well, I got to bet the Giants. There are some things that I've thought about, which is to be a whole other system, right? Blind betting teams that are at least 2-1 dogs just to chase the value. And then, if you hit every once in a while, you're probably profitable just because the numbers are so overwhelming. Again, hit one the other night. Last night was another opportunity. That wasn't even close. They lost 4-0, whatever the final was. So this isn't one of those situations. You're getting the Giants just inside of plus 150. I just don't think you're getting, some would argue, if you can get the Dodgers on the run line where they typically win if they win at plus money, which you can, Big Cheesy's talking about it in the chat, you should make the investment. But I've talked about how, one, not that I will never do it, but it's situational. And in this situation, I don't like the idea of taking the home team on the run line. You're losing an inning of at-bats, possibly, anyway. And if you do have that inning, you're probably not winning by multiple runs. So I don't really like the spot in that sense for the Dodgers. And if we're talking about just the money line, I just don't trust Sheehan. You want to talk about his strikeouts? Fine, go ahead. Take the 6+ Ks. He'll fan some guys. I'm not certain the Dodgers are going to win this game. I'm not. And again, you mentioned it. We've seen them lose 3 out of 4 already here, or 2 out of 3 in this series, rather.
I think it wouldn't be a crazy idea to just blindly take the Giants there based on price alone. I mean, you arguably have the better pitcher on the side of San Francisco. The momentum's clearly with them if you want to take that into account. And the Dodgers bats aren't that much better at this point in time than the Giants. Yes, they are better, and metrically they have the advantage too. But again, it's not been that much of a separation. And there's a lot of familiarity with these division rivals. So the fact, just out of principle, you're getting around plus 150 with arguably the better pitcher, I think is a solid look. Now, the Dodgers could go out there and dominate them, and Admin, I would not be shocked. But again, just based on relative value and the pitching matchups, which is taking a majority of our assessment and analysis into these games anyways, there's certainly a case to be made to looking towards San Francisco, or heck, maybe looking toward the under that Big Cheese even mentioned that he kind of likes that out on the West Coast. So I think either of those approaches could be viable tonight. But
yeah, I will say, I mean, Big Cheesy says take him live, the Dodgers, if the Giants score first. There's something to be said for that in terms of getting a better number. Now, not everyone feels this way because the odds can shift so considerably so quickly. I'm of the mind, though, that I like to wait out that half inning and see what happens, because sure, Giants go up 1-0, 2-0. You want to take the Dodgers, get them at a much more reasonable number, maybe even depending on the inning. I mean, I wouldn't do it too deep into the game, but let's say the Giants in the second inning go up 2-0, and all of a sudden you're at a spot where you can get the Dodgers at close to even money, that's intriguing. Of course, it's the Dodgers. We know what that offense is capable of. If the Giants have a 6-run second inning, I don't want to get invested in LA at that point in time. So I like to wait that stuff out a little bit versus just, oh, they're on the board, I got to jump in. I got to jump in right now before the odds shift a little bit when they come to bat in the bottom of the inning. I want to see what the inning, brings, because we see that every once in a while. It's not just 1 or 2 runs. Sometimes teams explode. We saw it multiple times today.
Yeah, that we did. I've definitely been burned with that in the past. And I usually do not live bet baseball, but that has happened where you go, oh, all right, they're down. They're a big favorite. It'll be okay. And then you look back and it's 4-0 after it was just 1-0. So I agree with you. I think that is a smart way to go about it, is just not doing it just to do it. Obviously got to be a bit circumstantial and take context into account. But the Dodgers, to me, are not a team that I'm quite ready to just blindly live bet at this stage. It's early for them. They know they'll be fine, so they don't have their foot on the pedal quite yet.
The Dodgers go through the entire season with one goal. It's not winning.
Right.
It's staying healthy.
For sure.
That's it. And then we'll see you when we get to the dance.
The rest will figure itself out.
Yeah.
Big Cheesy said, as an avid San Francisco fan, they are not going to explode tonight. Their player props say it all. Also says, great show, fellas. Appreciate you, Big Cheesy. It has been a good show. We went all over the place.
All over the place.
Basketball, talk some football, not directly, but just fans of the sport.
Well, you better get ready. It's NFL schedule release in an hour there, DB.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's going to take over all the news feed. All I know is that my Bears and Packers are playing on Christmas. And I was saying earlier, V and I were chirping back and forth. V's a resident Packers fan. And here you can tell by the Chicago flag that I am a Bears fan. Our Christmas is going to be ruined. Even if they win or lose, it's going to consume the entire Burke household, mainly because of me. So it's going to be a nightmare. I wish they weren't playing on Christmas, because it would be nice to enjoy time with your family and not have to worry about that. But, this is what happens when your team starts to get relevant, I guess, Adam. So now I got to brace for these family functions to be hindered because of my team being somewhat competent in football finally.
Well, good luck to you. I am not a schedule release guy. I talked about this on No Plays Off earlier. I don't care. At least I don't care about the leaks and the lead up and all the social media build up. Just like when the schedule's out, let me see it. Just give me the schedules.
Yeah.
However, and I didn't mention this on the show earlier, I saw something on Twitter from Front Office Sports that apparently teams in the NFL were not given a directive to stay away from the Vrabel-Rossini situation. So I want to see if teams like the LA Chargers or other teams that are renowned for having solid social media video announcements of their schedules, I want to know if any jabs are out there. So now I'm going to have to watch some NFL schedule release videos to see if anybody's taking some preseason shots.
If the Chargers don't play the Patriots, they would be the favorites to have that happen, because you don't want the dartboard material. So that would be their opportunity. Oh my, that's actually hilarious. I didn't even consider that. I couldn't imagine a team actually doing it, but now I am pumped to see if that actually happens.
Yeah, I'm very intrigued.
Oh man, plenty to look forward to on this Thursday evening. We got baseball, we got potential slander from the Vrabel-Rossini situation via the schedule release from teams, admins, and social media accounts, and just a whole lot to look forward to. But that's going to be a wrap for us here on Off the Bump. Again, I'm Danny Burke at Danny Burke5 on social media, at Adam M. Kaufman for Mr. Kaufman there to my side, and at Your Betting News for the Betting News Network. In case you missed it earlier in the show, Adam and I both on the side of Atlanta. He's doing it streak betting, also likes the Nerfy. We lean toward the over. Big Cheesy likes it in the chat. I got -1. I got the run and a half as well with Atlanta, +130. And then Adam's got some plus money with the Southsiders, the Chicago White Sox, looking to take control against the Kansas City Royals. Outside of that, hey, tomorrow we've got a Nerfy Friday, Adam. So I will be locked and loaded and ready for any given wager at 1 p.m. Eastern time.
Let's do it.
All right, brother. Well, hey, great show as always. Best of luck with all your action, chat. Appreciate you all tuning in. We will catch you again tomorrow. Remember, again, any given wager, SPJ will be here, Adam will be here, and myself. Until then, take care.
What you know about rolling down in the deep? Riding in the deep.
I'm in my